You can now book Jewellery Maker workshops online. Just head over to our Jewellery Maker website and click on the workshop link. We have a wide range of workshops from beginner to intermediate, covering a variety of mediums. Once you've found a workshop you would like to attend, simply click on the Book Now button, fill in the required fields, and then press Continue. This will take you through to the payment page. If you have any questions, you can contact our workshop coordinator at any time by emailing workshop@jewellerymaker.com. We look forward to seeing you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. It's easy to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 65,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker.
It couldn't be easier to buy from Jewellery Maker with all the information you need right there on screen, from the item code and the product description right down to the price. And whether you're buying at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So what are you waiting for? Simply telephone our free phone number or join us at JewelleryMaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back to the show. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. You've got the crew of the evening crew. I was going to make an actual song and didn't actually get around to doing that. I don't know what it was. I bailed before I started to properly sing it. Leah's eating chocolate cake. She's just finished. It was nice, wasn't it, that? She's doing a double show today, so we let her eat chocolate cake. That's absolutely fine. Oh, the chocolate cake going down nicely. We've all had some today, haven't we? Very, very yummy, scrummy. And we've got the gorgeous. It's very hot in here, so we've just turned the aircon off a bit because we're a bit warm, aren't we, Jem?
We are both very, very toasty this evening, yes.
A little bit hot in here today. How are you anyway, my gorgeous?
I'm super trip, thank you. How are you?
I'm all right. Apart from being we're both a bit toasty, aren't we?
We are a bit.
So we're like that. Turn that. Are you all right, Leah? Are you all right? Is going down all right? She's crying. She's crying, Leah. Don't know why.
Is that because the chocolate cake was
Is it the chocolate cake? It was scrummy though. I have to say, sometimes when I eat cake like that or anything, if it's a bit over sugary, I think I'm slightly allergic sometimes. It makes my whole mouth buzz. My whole mouth goes really if you have a reaction to things.
How strange.
Yeah. It was nice though. It was really good. I was told to eat it, so if I'm told to, you've got to do it, haven't you? Right, we have a night full of gorgeousness tonight, and that's just Jem. We've got some wonderful kits to share with you, some beautiful strands to share with you tonight. So sit back, 4 hours of fabulosity, and we're going to indulge. And actually, the cake thing, just before we do start and indulge in the evening, the whole cake thing started off because we were talking earlier on, because apparently in the news today, there was a Labrador, apparently, that has eaten, on the morning of a wedding, has eaten the wedding cake.
Oh. Oh dear.
Yeah, slight problem there. Waking up in the morning of the wedding, Labrador. I mean, the Labrador, they like to eat, don't they? Bless them.
They
do like to get involved.
Yes.
Yeah, coming down 3 to yeah, apparently. Oopsies. Have you ever had any traumas like that? Any things like that on your wedding day, trauma or anything like that that's gone a bit wrong? Let us know. Text in. And actually, as we were reading that story, that's when the chocolate cake came in, and we went, ooh, and the lady brought it in, was dressed in black like a Labrador.
See, I completely misheard and misunderstood. I thought somebody had found a chunk of Labradorite baked into a wedding cake.
Oh, no. But that could be another story. You never know, you never know. So if you've got a random tale to tell, let us know tonight, because I think that's going to be the name of this evening, Random. Ruth's Random Show. Right, shall we start? We've got some lovely, lovely pieces today. Are we going to start with the skulls? I've got mine, I bought mine just before the show, because I said to Phil, how many have we got? And we don't have many at all. And I said, right, I have to buy mine now. And luckily, because he must have known, he'd put them all into the show apart from one. So I said, well, that's clearly got my name on it, clearly meant to be. So I rang the call centre just before I came on. I went, can I get a set of these, please? If I can line them all up, we've got the silver skulls. They're going to sell out really quickly. I've got the little rose gold ones, and these are the silver, and they are so lush. Now, I've not had, yeah, they're really cute. I've not had them like this. I've had the ones with the little drops on the top. But these actually go on sort of side drilled, if that makes sense. You've got the silver skull spaces, but they're so funky. Don't you love these?
Those are immense. You see some
They're very
skull
you.
carvings, and you have to look 3 or 4 times to see what it is.
Exactly.
These are very definitely little skulls. They're very cool.
They're really. I can't wait to get them home. Cannot wait to get them and to work with them. They're really cute. For some reason, I just want them to sing. Is that me just being really random? But I could just see them all lying there, just having a little sing song. Yeah, random Ruth. $21.95. There are 6 sets of these available. Not anymore, because they're going to go very, very quickly. But yeah, you can really, they're going to look fantastic. Whether you keep it all silver, I did it with the rose gold plated, and I had the rose gold plated ones, then I had the rose gold spaces in between, but you could obviously put gemstones. Jade, obviously, I've got a jade thing going on. Let me show you from the side as well, so you can see how they're going to go. So you've got the sort of the side space on the skull, which is pretty natural, I suppose, on that. That's what you expect to see, isn't it, on the little silver skull? But maybe a bit of rock chicky rock going on in there. Your little secret rock chick. And what you can do as well, which I've done, is actually on the rose gold ones, I've popped a little bit of wire through there and kind of gone up above the skull and did a little twist and made a little bail. So I've actually done them as drops as well.
That's really cool. I like that idea. Yeah.
It was cool. And it worked. They look really, if I do say so myself, they look. I failed on a pendant. I'm working with a pearl pendant at the moment, and I meant to bring it in because I was going to say, right, Gem's going to sort me out here. Because I tried to do the bell and it's gone all weird and wonky and I can't sort it out, but I forgot.
Bring it over sometime.
I'll bring it down. Yeah, we'll sort it out over a coffee. Very well done. Gentleman bid is in there as well. Last 3 sets of the 9 to 5, and they are silver. That's the thing as well. So it's a brilliant price considering you've got those. You've got 6.4 grams, so you've got an amazing, amazing amount in terms of that solid sterling silver. And they're just going to add a little bit of something different to your designs. You don't even, you don't have to go full out. You can just use one of those as a little accent, but they're really cute and they do make really lovely charms. So well done on those, fantastic. I cannot wait to show you my designs on those as well. Lovely. And if you do like your charms, we've got some lovely little elephant charms coming up later. So exciting in the kit. They are fab. Right, next box. Actually, let's do the T-bar. Let's do the fire agate, because these are really foxy. And these would look quite nice with the skulls, actually. Have a little look at these. I don't know if I've bought to you this particular fire agate before, if I'm honest with you. It's really, as we're heading towards Christmas, we've all been talking about it today. If we're heading towards Christmas, which we are, even though today's been a weird old day, because it looked like a bit Christmassy today. It looked like you were going to poke your nose out of the door and it was going to be freezing. Yet it was like 19, 20 degrees. It was all a bit, everyone felt ill today. It was all a bit weird. But we are going towards that kind of season, aren't we? And this is kind of dressing up and going out. Maybe you've got a sort of a fancy event to go to, or maybe you are thinking about Christmas Day jewellery. Because we like to dress up, don't we? £4.95 for that strand. They're amazing. Got that lovely fasting on there, of course, which is going to give you a bit of something extra on every single one of those gemstones, but they look and feel tremendous. 350 carats of black and purple fire agate. They're a lovely sort of mix, aren't they? Because you've got and no two are going to be the same, but you've got this really lovely sort of sexy saturation, that really, really deep colour on the gemstones.
They're absolutely gorgeous. I love these. You've got everything. You've got faceting, you've got the high shine, you've got that beautiful purple colour, you've got the variation, you've got some lines going through.
Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous and an amazing price.
Really, really nice, aren't they? They're lovely, and you can add whatever you wanted to those, obviously, but little silver charm dropping down would be fabulous. You could wrap them up with yellow gold, rose gold, well, your oyster on those, but yeah, really lovely. And as Jem said, the polish is really high on those. The faceting's amazing. You can see how that's working brilliantly, like that sort of mirror reflection. But the overall polish on the gem itself, on those rounds themselves, is just very, very beautiful. Really high shine on those. 12mm rounds. Well done to those of you that are coming through on the web and on the phone lines. Don't forget, you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee, which you're not going to use on these. You're not going to need to. But if you are buying for the first time, it's good to know, isn't it? So definitely add those to your order, because you've been shopping till you've been dropping today. It's been a busy Wednesday. So what did you call it, Phil? Hump day or something? Is that what Wednesdays are called? Is it why the hump in the road? Because it's the middle of because that's the middle of the road and it's the middle of the. I thought it was a hump. It's Wednesday. I've never heard that.
Really?
Yeah.
We always used to call it Hump Day Wednesday.
Hump Day
always.
Wednesday. I've never
Because you know
heard
that by the time you get to the end of it, it's a downhill.
Ah, of course. So you build up to the midweek, and then you're down. Oh, you see. Yes, so £4.95, well done. These are going to have sold out in a moment or two. Linda, Brenda, Carol, collector in Greater London and Lanarkshire. Check them out. Check them out. So 2 last chances at £4.95. Oh, it's going to be one of those nights tonight. How many minutes are we in? 5 or so? I'm going to be off air before I know it tonight. Right, number 9. Let's go in for some classic. Couldn't be more of a contrast. Couldn't be more of a contrast, but that's what's really lovely. These are so pretty. 9 to 11mm. Are you cold already, Leah? Oh, we're sorry. We're roasting, and I'm sorry. It's my age, I'm sorry. 9 to 11mm white freshwater cultured pearls. These are beautiful. I mean, really sizable as well. They are gorgeous. Wowzers. Wow. Okay, so big quantity of these. Wow, that is a lot. We had a really, really nice quantity, and 200 and something went in one auction of these. Oh, 600. Oh, beg your pudding, I thought you said 264. 624. I have warned you about me tonight. Wow, that's a big auction. We have literally the remaining strands. I've got 42, so let's be fair here, 600 and something of you are not wrong on that. They look incredibly beautiful. That lovely pearlescence, that gorgeous. Oh, well, that'll be why then. If you're doing them at £11.95, that'll be why for that size, because they are luxury size. Anything over 8mm, of course, is seen as a luxury size pearl. So if they're coming in at 9 by 11, no wonder they flew out. That's phenomenal, isn't it?
It really is, and to my eye, they look very near round. I know they've been described as potato pearls, and that's obviously what they are, but from where I'm standing, and also on the monitor that's over to the right of me, they're absolutely amazing.
Totally agree, totally agree. I wouldn't even look at those and think that they were potato. They are incredible. Beautiful strand there. £11.95. I definitely wouldn't miss out on those. And just imagine those, if you did get the little silver skulls, how different would that be, where you're mixing real purity and innocence and grace of your pearl with something a little bit sort of rocky and a little bit different with the silver skull? That would be quite nice, wouldn't it?
That'd be absolutely fantastic. I love that, mixing things that you don't expect. Also, one of the tricks that you can do with pearls is do an Egyptian style chain weave around them, and if you bend the 2 circles, I'll find it on my page later and share it with you another time, but they almost take on a skull look themselves.
Oh wow.
Especially teamed with antique bronze wire, they look amazing. Beautiful.
Oh yeah, you'll have to
I'll share it with you later.
Yeah, that'd be fab. And by the way, when we first had these, we actually had we had over 3,750 of these strands. I've got 40 left, less than that now. That's insane, that's incredible. Tiny, teeny weeny percentage, but you can see why they have been so popular. And let's be fair, just to restrand a single strand of pearls like this and put on a little clasp at the back, a little metal clasp, you're not going to sell that at £11.95. You're just not. So definitely add a certificate of authenticity if you are thinking of selling on your designs. Especially right now, if you're thinking about Christmas, maybe you've got your Christmas stalls coming up. It's a very busy time. Then that's just going to be beautiful. I mean, you look at that. If you're thinking about, where would you even start pricing a necklace like that? If you put a sort of a sterling silver clasp on the back, because of the size of them,
I'd be thinking of probably over 200 to 400 pounds with the sterling silver,
Yeah.
because they are quite round in their shape and
Exactly.
because of the size of them.
and if you pearl knot them as well, sorry, we just just being attacked by a fly. Oh, Leah's got the fly squat. I don't know how I feel about that. £11.95. Very, very beautiful. So well done. Congratulations on those. Catherine, Brenda, collector in Hampshire's bought a couple. I don't blame you. Jeffrey, Jennifer, Elle, nice to see you there as well. Hannah, congratulations. They are absolutely glorious. I tell you what I'm going to do before we move on. Let me just grab hold of the ruby rondelles, because actually it's really funny, because the rubies, if I show the rubies against the pearls obviously you get that real sort of pure quality. If I bring in the ruby rondelles, look how it kind of brings out the pinks, the pearlescence of the pinks from the pearls. They look so beautiful, don't they? I mean, pearl, goodness me. Pearl is, I mean, there is, but the rubies are utterly, utterly glorious. Beautiful, beautiful colour. That quality, no. Right, prices are going a bit low tonight, quite frankly. But your ruby rondelles, I just, it's so lovely to even say that, isn't it? Ruby rondelles, love it. 50 carats, we've only got 10 of these strands, but just to restrand that on its own, just amazing. £10.95. They are beautiful, and they're certainly going to fly. 0800 644 655. And you can see that precious, precious quality of every single one of the gems. Phil, dare I ask, they're not natural, are they? £10.95.
Seriously?
Natural rubies.
Wow.
Excuse me, not to
quite
gravel
special,
out.
isn't it?
That's amazing. I mean, you can kind of see that they're going to be, but I'm just, you know, you've got to double check. Wonderful. And again, a friendship bracelet like that would be utterly, utterly beautiful. To give the gift of a ruby bracelet, 50 carats in one bracelet, incredible piece like that to have, especially if you're thinking about, you know, upselling or sort of selling your pieces towards Christmas. They are glorious. Hello, Suzanne. Good eve. I always love watching Gem's demos. They're always so easy to follow, and Gem is always so precise and explaining each step. She's not bad, is she? That's why we ask her back. She is pretty good. We do love you.
I must admit, it's quite a surprise when the kits keep coming through. They won't be back, yay! Thank you so much for your very kind message. I appreciate it.
I've got another one. I'm coming back. No, we love you. We love you. Oh, bless you. That's a very nice message. Thank you for that. Right, I tell you what. Should we stay with the big five? Shall we? We've got some gorgeous sapphires. This is my birthstone. This is very beautiful. What's your birthstone, Gem?
I have three. I have Alexandrite, Pearl and Moonstone.
Oh,
what about yourself?
I'm sapphire.
Ah, lovely.
Yeah, I'm a sapphire girl. And classic sapphires as well. This is really, really nice. The colour's gorgeous of these. They're really beautiful. Natural sapphire again. Yep, natural. 95% of sapphires are treated in some way. So this strand's representing the 5%, teeny weeny tiny percentage of sapphires that aren't treated. And you can see that. I think what's really lovely about a strand like this is it's not kind of a uniform blue from tip to top, from top to bottom. You get these different tones, these different sort of undulating hues that are coming through within the gem that actually kind of lets your senses know that they're natural anyway. You've got some nice sort of differentiation in terms of shape here, size of shape rather I should say. You've got the pear shape, you've got different sizes in there, there's little teardrops. But they're so, so beautiful, aren't they? And of course, yeah, if you're a September baby like me, this is your gemstone to own. But the very quality that you've got, oh, is it? Oh, it's a brand new strand. Brand new strand.
It's a brand new strand.
It's a brand new strand.
It's a brand new strand.
I was with Carol last night. Myself, Carol and Lucy had a pyjama party.
Oh,
it was
lovely.
ace. Well, we went out a couple of weeks ago, I don't know why I said it like that, a couple of weeks ago, went and had a nice Thai meal and all the rest of it. We're like, let's do it again. Let's do it in comfort. So I went to Carol's house, we all went in our pyjamas, and I left the house, my husband went, are you honestly leaving the house looking like that? I'm like, yes, I am. It was ace. It was ace. So I had a good girly catch-up and obviously a glass of orange juice each. £17.95. We did finish the evening with a cup of tea. We're all pretty good. You know what Lucy's like as well. We do like a cup of tea. £17.95. Brand new sapphire strand. I would be whizzing in for this. These are so beautiful. You could definitely pick out one or two of the larger strands there and make that a real fabulous feature in a necklace. Obviously 2 of the smaller ones, perhaps a lovely pair of sapphire earrings, but they're going to be, people are grabbing 3s of these. They are so wonderful, and again you've got that amazing polish. Adds such a difference, doesn't it, to the gemstone? You've got to have that fasting and that polish, because that kind of gives them extra life, doesn't it?
It really does, and that is such a beautiful tone. I genuinely can't take my eyes off it. Really beautiful colour, and 15 by 9 is the largest one, is wrappable still as a main feature piece by itself. I always sort of think about what you can do with the different sizes on a graduated strand. It's definitely big enough to carry itself.
Totally. I mean, if you wire wrapped just that one centre strand, I mean, you could do a lovely ring.
Oh, wouldn't that be
with
lovely?
That one? And I guess it would make it easy for an anchor point because you've got the top drilling.
That does help, yeah, absolutely. So you could use a finer wire, perhaps a 0.25 just to anchor that in, and then wrap around. You could prong set it, so just to give it that extra security.
Be gorgeous.
Be lovely.
I mean, that on its own, I mean, we're talking 17.95, 55 carats of sapphire. It's funny, isn't it? We get a bit complacent, I think, here sometimes. But you think about walking into a high street store and buying a carat sapphire ring. You're probably going to need a bit more than £17.95. We forget, don't we? And I know we're talking different entities, different things, but really, it's such a fabulous opportunity to have something like this, just even sitting in your stash for that day where you suddenly decide what commission you want to make, or that one single piece.
Most definitely. I think I would probably take that central piece, the next 2 pieces with it, and make a bridal suite and have that in the centre here as a drop down on a headpiece. I think absolutely gorgeous. Something blue for your wedding day.
Stunning. So shall I just do a quick count? We've got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you've got approximately 13 on that strand. Excuse me. We get £17.95. Have a look at them. If you're a little bit unsure, or you're thinking this is too good to be true, have a look. 30-day money-back guarantee. I guarantee you'll love it. And of course, you've got the little tubes in between the gemstones. We're not going to be throwing those away. You'll be using those in your designs at some stage. And of course, you've got your little tassels. They make great earrings. They're so trendy right now, aren't they? I know.
They absolutely are.
Really, really bang on trend at £17.95. And some of the big designer names at the moment that are using the tassels for earrings, oh, they are charging. Trust me, they are charging. Very well done. West Yorkshire, West Midlands, got North Yorkshire, Nottinghamshire, California. Very well done. Lots of you coming in. Congratulations. They are gorgeous. I'd love a little drop, sort of a pair of drop earrings of those for my birthday.
Definitely. I think that's something you deserve.
Oh, so do I. So do I. I don't need any persuading. We know that. Excuse me. Right. Oh, my colour. Oh, this is... Oh, my life. This is gorgeous. Oh, Phil. This is the prettiest pink. No. Did you hear that, Jem?
I did. I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh my gosh. Half of my body is going, yay! The other half of me is going, no. This is unmissable. For Morganite, you can pay more for plastic, for synthetic, for big. This is a Morganite strand of 25 carats, and they're Brazilian Morganite. They're natural Brazilian Morganite. You didn't tell me you were going to do that when I was buying my little silver skulls. Yeah, 13 chances, probably because I would have bought quite a lot, to be fair. 25 carats of Morganite. Oh my goodness, they sparkle. They are utterly heavenly. 0800 644 655. You cannot miss out on those. That is just phenomenal. I would want that as a bracelet. I would quite simply just go all out and string that together and have a bracelet. Have one of my little silver skulls dropping down on there. A Morganite stretchy, that in itself just sounds so fabulously, decadently delicious, doesn't it?
Absolutely perfect. And you know, I think with the sapphire that was just preceding this strand, the counterpoint between the 2 colours would be really beautiful.
Really nice. Really, really lovely. And of course you've got that graduation. You can see it's very gentle, but it's beautiful. 2x1 to 6x4 on 11 centimetre strand. The tassels are neon as well. They're really lovely. You're not going to be throwing those away. How lovely is that? We could have doubled that price and been really happy that we've done a good job. I genuinely, £9.95 is I don't know how we've done that, but anyway. Mandy Sue, Veronica, collector in the West Midlands picking up 2. We've got Rose, Michelle, Elizabeth, Jeffrey, Patricia. I really wish you all the best of luck because I haven't got enough of those to go around, quite frankly. And I can promise you now, if I'd have been at home watching tonight, I would have bought that at 100%.
Definitely.
100%. 4 last chances. They are glorious. Well done. And you know what I'm like, I can't stop buying at the moment, as you well know, Jem. Right, very, very well done. It was a while ago, wasn't it, that strand?
Oh gosh, yes, and then I completely forgot about it.
I can't really remember who I was on air with, and there was a strand that I loved. And I really like this, and then Jem bought one for me, and a little message came in going, I've got one for you. A couple of probably months later, went, did you buy me a strand ages ago? I can't remember. Oh, I did. So we've had to do a bit of a leaving an envelope here in that pigeonhole, a bit of money there in that pigeonhole. But yeah, it was worth waiting for.
Oh, it was. They were absolutely stunning, weren't they?
Gorgeous. Yeah, really, really nice. So well done on that. If you've got it, I'm sorry if you're going to miss out on that, but they were perfect. Beautiful. We've got lots to do tonight. It's very exciting. So next up, let's do. Where are you? Here we are. Have you got clip? You don't have to ask anybody to do this kind of thing, do you, Phil? My new mantra, by the way, true, no, I was here tonight, so it doesn't matter. My new mantra in life is it's better to ask forgiveness than it is to ask permission. It's my new mantra.
I like your style. I like your thinking.
I really like that. Yeah. 10, remember that, Leah. Better to ask for forgiveness than it is to ask for permission. Just remember that. 1, fabulous. Ruth said it was better. No, don't quote me. You've got 10 carats of Ethiopian opal, graduated plain rounds, not fasted, I beg your pardon. These are plain rounds, so slightly different, but you can see they still work absolutely so well. You've got this really lovely sort of white cream sort of body tone to the gem, but you can then see you've got this lovely little sort of flash, delicate rainbow that's kind of simmering away within the gemstone. It doesn't have to be big and bold and bright, but it's always a bit funny in the studio lights sometimes anyway with opals, but let's be fair, opals have no place at this price point at £9.95. It's all going on tonight. £9.95 is beyond your opportunity. We have to say it is. But that is just... And Ethiopian opals, we know, have made a massive, massive presence in the jewellery industry of late. But how lovely, again, just to be able to quite simply restrand that. I mean, is it like the record stuck? Am I really boring when I say that? Because whenever I get a strand like this, about an 18 centimetre strand, I literally just quite simply want to restrand it and wear it as a bracelet.
I know what you mean, and I think part of that is because you want to see it, you want to appreciate it for yourself. I don't really mind what anybody else thinks about the jewellery that I'm wearing, but I want to appreciate it for me. I'd like to put that with dark diamond chips.
Oh, nice.
I think that would look stunning. I think with peacock pearls would look amazing. I've never ever been disappointed with my Ethiopian opal from Jewellery Maker. It's immense.
You basically need to buy 2, don't you? Because you need to just grab one, restrand it and wear it like I do, so you can see the full impact, and then you've got your second strand to be really creative with.
Definitely.
£9.95. We can afford to do that, I think, today. Very much so, but it is such a unique gemstone, and gentle graduation all the way around on that one as well. Different gemstone, of course, to many others. This is an amorphous gemstone. You've got all of those colours in there, which are, of course, moisture. You've got the tiny silica spheres within the gem, and the light comes in and it bounces around, and depending on the microns, depending on how big or rather how small those spheres are, you'll either get a reflection of yellow or red or green or blue. It's kind of like little bits of the northern lights sort of incorporated into the gem. I've got some lovely red flashes as I'm looking down, and of course different angles. When you look at the gemstones at different angles, you'll see different colours as well. So it's a great strand to get home and explore. It's a really, really lovely one to have a good look at when you get home, but they are really fabulous. So very well done indeed on that one for adding that to your order. Congratulations, they're selling out very, very well indeed. Popping that one back at number 13. Picking up oh my life. Right, it's about to go really crazy on the telephone lines and on the web right now. This is so lovely. This is really, really special. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of silver in here as well. Look at that.
Oh my word.
Isn't that divine?
Oh, that is absolutely stunning.
In fact, I probably need to hold it at the top because I don't want my paws to be covering that at all. 2 cabochons, 2 beautiful, natural Tanzanite cabochons. That is so distinguished. All of that silver. Look at the silver all the way around. How do you fancy kind of £8 each in terms of those Tanzanites? 3 grams of 95 sterling silver. So low on that. The big I mean, actually, let's do that. Let's chop that off. Let's just have a little look at it like that. $15.95 for a cabochon Tanzanite. Wonderful. Yeah, that's rather large. That's rather large. You have, I mean, look at the depth of the gemstone as well. It's not sort of sitting flat within that bezel. You've got this huge dome, and isn't the colour lovely?
It's absolutely stunning. That is such a beautiful colour there. And because, as you were talking about the depth of it, it really lets the light get in there and be all glowy. Again, not a technical term.
But exactly, it is. It does get all glowy. It kind of shows off. And it's natural, which is so unusual. When we're talking Tanzanite, most Tanzanite now coming out of the ground from Tanzania is heat treated in some which way or form, because generally it comes out of the ground brown. It's a zoisite, is its sort of family name, if you like. Most of it comes out of the ground brown, and then it's heat treated to bring out the blues, the purples, the reds, and sometimes obviously get the bicolour and very rarely the pink Tanzanite. But that has come out of the ground as such. And what a lovely, lovely drop. I mean, obviously that's designed for a pendant. Personally, I don't think that's too, if you wanted to have those as earrings, I don't think that's too heavy.
Definitely. And can you imagine saying that not only that you're owning natural Tanzanite, which has not been heated, but you've got a pair of earrings in solid sterling silver with 2 pieces in each ear? That's
gorgeous.
Amazing. I'd have to go for earrings.
I think I would.
But do you know, it reminds me almost of something that you could put on the end of a lariat chain.
Gorgeous.
Yeah,
very much so. Really stylish. Yeah. But they would look amazing, wouldn't they? Pair of earrings. You would need a pair of ears to put them on. But they would look absolutely phenomenal. Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Outstanding. They're gorgeous. Well done if you get those home, congratulations. That's something really unique to have in your collection. Phenomenal. Well done. Beautiful. Right, have we had any texts? Oh, just that lovely one about Jen. That was a nice one though. That was an important one. If you do want to send us a text tonight just to say hello, that would be fantastic. Just start your message with JM Studio. Send it to 60777, normal standard network. Charges apply. Okay. Phil said, what was the thing? What have you had to apologise for that secretly you're actually quite proud of? What did you do, Phil? Your parents took you out of school to watch Star Wars when you were 9, and did you have to go to school and say sorry? You didn't. But inside you were like that. I saw Star Wars. I can't think of anything. I wasn't naughty at school. I was really, really good, but I have, James like that, really. But at home I do remember something quite satisfying when mum and dad were decorating the dining room, and they had a square stool, but it had a bit like a cabochon, had a puffy sort of cushioned top. And I stood there, and they were obviously doing the wallpaper, and they got a Stanley knife, and I just picked it up and I just went, And I went corner to corner. I remember doing it now on this yellowy orange stool. If my mum and dad are watching right now, they'll be going, remember that. Oh, it was so satisfying. And they stood, luckily it was a really old stool, they used it decorating, and they stood and watched me as I did it, put it back, turn around, then, have you just cut that stool? No. I think they gave me 1 or 2 chats. Did you cut the stool? Nope.
You've got some brass.
I know.
Wow.
It was really satisfying. Until they said, well, we just stood and watched you straight up the stairs. I've never run so fast in my life.
I'll take myself to my room.
All I can remember, you can't run fast enough, and my dad's getting closer and closer going, oh no. Yeah. My dad's quite big as well. Yeah, he was when I was little as well. He was even taller than, So that was quite satisfying. I've done quite a lot of things like that. Goldfish food in the goldfish bowl. Climbed up the windows in the kitchen. We had the square. Are they Victorian, Edwardian? I don't know what they are. Climbed up because Mum used to have to keep a makeup bag on the top because and whole kitchen and me, and then went and woke her up. Frightened. Yeah, I've got quite a few. We're going to do a stand by. Right, let's have a little look at these. I could probably fill a good half an hour with stories now we've said that. Many, see, you thought I was, have I just literally just choked on my halo? You see, we have freshwater cultured pearl ovals. 14, we are getting a couple of funny texts that we can't read out, but I love them, love them. A few more coming in. 14 by 11 by 20 by 11, 38 centimetre strand. Now these are going to add a totally different dimension to your designs because you've got that flat nature of the pearl, so the light's just going to bounce off. You've got massive surface area. Obviously when you're working with your rounds or your potato pearls, you're still going to get great loss of that lovely pearlescence, that orient, but obviously having that flatter surface obviously makes sense. You're going to get more of that reflection coming straight back. But there are some lovely little sort of nips and troughs and some little sort of contours that you're seeing on those pearls all the way around. And there is a graduation, but it's ever so gentle. In fact, you'd kind of almost not notice until we put the sort of the end together with the very centre of the strand. But even so, it's still kind of minimal, isn't it? You've got that lovely pearlescence all the way around. Yeah, I mean, you can see what's happening. I mean, you've got some wonderful colours, that real rainbow. It's almost like when you, it's not the most romantic thing, but when you see sort of petrol sort of on water and you see all the different colours, there are so many different colours to enjoy, a total rainbow that comes through on these. Again, you've got quite a lot on this strand. We've only got 100 now. That's going to go to double figures very quickly. And they're not enhanced, so you've got lovely little rain, quite magical. I want to see fairies and unicorns when I see this strand.
I totally understand where you're going. Yeah, definitely. The colour is exquisite, or should I say the colours are exquisite.
And there really is, I mean, you get some pearls that obviously are very reflective and very pearlescent, but these are so much in terms of I think every single one, you've got some beautiful rainbows. And I think it is because you've got that larger flat sort of surface area, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. And with the ripples in the surface there, you do get more light bouncing in different directions as well. So it really works to improve the light and how that rainbow is effective.
Yeah, and I mean, if we look at, there's one here, there's two actually, one at the bottom, then you've got another one here where you've got like the little, as I said, the texture, if you like, the little knobble that you've got perhaps on those, but it's lovely because it sends the light bouncing on all sorts of different directions. And don't you think they're more interesting?
Oh, I definitely do. Yeah, big fan. They're beautiful.
Yeah, totally. They're so lovely. And again, whether you go all pearl out heavy or whether you decide to sort of mix those with different gems or make it very dramatic and perhaps have some of your darker gemstones interspersed between, or maybe again you're just using one or two in a design. You can have sort of a long strand of chain link and just one or two pearls to accent your design for $9.95. You're certainly going to use them. I'm going to hold them up to my neckline actually, because you might just quite simply do a lovely necklace, but I would like that on a long strand quite personally, on a 30-inch with chain link, or
definitely with some other gemstones thrown in perhaps as well, some different coloured wires, maybe go rosary link style.
Really nice.
They're gorgeous size for rings as well.
Yeah, perfect.
Absolutely perfect.
And landscape or portrait, I suppose. You can have
Definitely.
a play with those.
Yeah, there's quite a lot to be said for how that can affect how your fingers look, how you position the stone or the pearl in this case on the finger. So have a play around with some different designs. You can always twist the setting.
Yeah, you've
see
got
what
enough.
It looks like.
Definitely got enough on that strand. They're gorgeous. Have we got a naughty text in? I opened all of my Christmas presents the day before when my parents were out of the house. Oops. Santa came to your house early then, didn't he? Didn't he? I actually looked down the side of the paper of my Christmas presents and found out what a few of them were and then acted surprised on the morning. So bad. Karen, secretly proud of the map of England carved from the edge of the wallpaper in my bedroom. Brilliant. Do you remember the wallpaper you used to get with the bits of chip?
Anaglypta?
Yeah. I used to lie in bed. Yeah, I had that on one of my side bedrooms. I used to pick those out. That was quite satisfying.
Great for covering up manky plaster.
Yeah, it was. I think that's why it was there. Found out ex-hubby was having an affair. Cleaned the toilet with his toothbrush. Sorry, not sorry. Fine work on that one. Yeah, see, always look after your toothbrush.
Love you, Kath. That's immense.
Thing is, you'd want him to know, wouldn't you, afterwards?
Yeah, 3 or 4 days afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. Oh dear. Very well done, everybody. Congratulations. Catherine, Margaret, Rose, Brian, Isabel, Lorraine, Viv, Nicole. Loads and loads of you enjoying this. If you're not, you must have some naughty stories, Jem, surely.
When I was a child, we lived in a trailer, on a trailer park, and I once found myself going on an, let's air quote this, adventure, climbing underneath all the way through the stuff that was designed to keep the trailer warm, which was basically fiberglass.
Oh no.
So I was kind of punishing myself. I also drank a bottle of my mum's perfume that same week.
Oh. Yeah, that's not good.
So I'm not really proud of these things, but I wasn't a very good child.
Good stories now, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Quite good. Yeah, I could probably go with a scroll. Now I'm thinking about it. I'm sure Mum and Dad, if they're watching, they're going, yeah, and there was this, and there was this. I've many a scar from many an adventure. I think I was a little boy till I was about 10 as well. I had some amazing dungarees that I wore nearly every day and generally just hung around in trees.
I think mine were 3/4 length burgundy, what were they called? Clam diggers, or 3/4 length with little buckles on. It was the 70s and early 80s, you'll have to forgive me.
Yeah,
I didn't choose them.
Mine were padded, they were quilted.
You win! You win!
Do I win? Yeah. Red, blue and green. Red, blue and white. Bit patriotic. Quilted. They were ace. And do you know what? There was a matching jacket and I never got the jacket.
Oh.
Scarred, I am scarred. I loved those trousers, they were great. Moving on. Right, we are going to have a little look at, now these are, keep them coming in. These are divine. These are absolutely divine. My goodness me. Wowzers. You wait until you see these. These are absolutely beautiful. Oh gosh, only 8 remaining. Look at these. That has to be, I think that's the best strand of citrine I've ever brought to you. Citrine diamonds. Does it get any better than that? Aren't they glorious? I've never seen these.
That is absolutely astounding.
They're amazing. They're absolutely amazing. Now, I'm showing them to you actually from the reverse. You're seeing them actually from the back, from the coulee. But if I turn it, they're equally as beautiful either way. Now, if I show them to you front on, sort of from the, so you see the, look at the colours.
It's alive, isn't it? Absolutely alive.
Look at the colour. Look at that there. Wow. I mean, honestly, the really sort of deep. I'm just picking out the deepest, the most golden hue of that citrine. Imagine that on a ring. I'm sorry, but that looks like a yellow diamond.
It really does. Yeah. Or maybe a canary kunzite or something edging that sort of way.
They're incredibly beautiful. There's a glassy light lustre like I've never seen. They are so clear, so crisp, so stunning and so affordable at $21.95. How many have we got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 approximately on that strand. They are, so that's $1.99 each. Quick maths. $1.99 per gemstone. Imagine, I need a pair of earrings with those in as well.
If I was looking to source those loose and undrilled in that quality, there's absolutely no way I could find those for $1.99 each.
No.
I'd be looking at £12, £15 each.
Yeah.
And then you've had these drilled, which is a risk in and of itself,
absolutely.
isn't it?
It's a skill all on its own, absolutely. But you've got, and the very fact that you do have that many on the strand, and yes, you've got different nuances of colour, that's what makes them so exciting. But the faceting is amazing on those. They're absolutely perfect. I've never seen anything like that. They're so special. And if that isn't the colour of happiness and joy and laughter, I genuinely don't know what is. Obviously, if that is your birthstone, if you're a November baby, then goodness me, that's going to make your heart leap. They're stunning. Absolutely. That's a really exciting strand to share with you.
That is a very exciting strand. I'd be wanting to make rings, but I'd set them both way, coulee up and down.
Yeah, totally.
Because I'd want to see how that reacts differently.
Yeah, and how the light performs. And I mean, that strand there is a really nice, there's enough there for a suite of jewellery. Earrings, ring, pendant, couple on a bracelet as little drops as sort of there. Last two. I don't know where they're going to go to, but massive congratulations. I've never seen anything like those. They're stunning. Really stunning. Wowzers, $21.95. That's incredible. Well done. They're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. A message coming in from Stephen and Susan. It's not updated on my screen, let me read it on there. Very proud of my ability to hide the fact that my roast potatoes were coated in a certain love or hate it yeast spread. Oh, really? I've run out of that today, actually. I had to send my husband some. I've never tried that.
I need to try that so badly. That's tomorrow's dinner. Thank you for that.
I like the sound of that.
That does sound amazing.
Nice. Oh, see that? So I'm just thinking.
It's nice with balsamic glaze as well.
Oh, I love a bit of balsamic. Do like a bit of balsamic glaze. That's really nice. Oh yeah, that sounds good. I like that. That's in the memory bank for. We had a nice Sunday dinner actually the other day. Oh, lovely. But we did wimp out and buy the potatoes. I know, it was really bad, but they were delicious. Right, green amethyst faceted rondels. Thing is, do you love it or do you hate it? Because I love it.
Oh, I love it.
Love it, Leah. Love it. Oh, wait, love it. Mike, love it as well. Look at that.
Unanimous.
Look at that. You see.
Much like the love I have for that strand.
No, the love it, hate it spread. He says, oh, I thought you meant the strand. I love the strand. No, hate it. It depends on what you've been brought up on, I think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, we've got another one. Okay. Right. We used to take empty pop bottles back to the shop and get money back on them. The lady put them out in the backyard, and a couple of hours later, we'd fetch them out and take them back again. Lisa, that's so naughty. You little minx.
It's slightly genius, though.
It is genius. Yeah, 10 out of 10 for working that one out. That's brilliant. See, I was always so jealous of my friend Sally Ann at the top of the road because they always had the pop man. We never had the pop man.
Our neighbour did.
Fly. Yeah.
And it's
Sorry,
always...
it was a fly. Just an inadvertent twitch. Yeah, we never had the pop man.
And they used to bring bread as well, and their bread was really lovely.
Oh, was it? So I sound really hard done to as a child. I wasn't. Right, have a little look at... Actually, one thing, I want to go back to having milk in a milk bottle, I do.
Well, in
Tastes
terms
so
of...
different. I don't know why, but it just does.
Well, it's nice and clean, isn't it?
Yeah.
And in terms of biodegradability, it's infinitely reusable.
Exactly. Bring it back. Let's all get milk in a milk bottle. Green amethyst, rather delicious. Keep your messages coming in because these are brilliant. Straight in at a price like that. You've got a lot of gemstones on this strand. 80 carats of green amethyst. 80 carats, 5x2 and 9x5 and 20 centimetre strand. There's a lot packed on here, that's for sure. An incredible, incredible amount of gemstones. And look how clear they are. I think it's this crispness, this kind of... It's like a spearmint green. It kind of feels fresh, doesn't it, just as you're looking at them. And there's a wonderful unity all the way around on those gemstones. They look really, really lovely together as well. And of course, imagine those with the citrine. Something so lovely about the greens and the yellows together, isn't there?
It is the first thing that came to mind. It was a mojito right there with the citrine and the mint that you have there.
Very nice. That's your weekend covered, isn't it, Leah? Mojitos. Leah's on a hen weekend. She's got about 3 massive bags of apples. It's not the first thing I would have thought to take with me on a hen weekend, to be fair. I walked in and went, have you been scrumping? Did you just buy them or did you go scrumping? Oh, you picked them from the trees here. Good girl. Good girl. 3 apples. Thing is, they'd have only gone off, wouldn't they? They would have. I did that the other week. We went for a barbecue at some friends and they've got loads of trees in the back. So I went down with a box, filled them up and thought, I'll have them for my gin.
Definitely.
Very nice they were as well. Good girl.
Are you bringing the gin to share when it's done?
Oh, it's all gone. It's all gone. Too late. Leanne said, it was my birthday yesterday. Happy birthday. Spent it watching JM all day as everyone was at work. Best birthday ever. Oh, bless you. Happy, but I won't ask how young you are. Well, obviously you had a very lovely birthday. Very nice indeed. Oh, bless you. Hopefully we kept you entertained. That's it. Hopefully you had birthday cake as well, though, Leanne. $10.95 on your amethyst. Every single one of those stones faceted beautifully and a lovely long length on those as well. So congratulations to you on those. Wonderful. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Right, let's pop those. I am putting these in the wrong boxes. I'm just going to be honest straight away because I forget. I just get that. Does it look like I'm putting them back in the right place? Yeah, I'm not. Right, let's do... Oh, let's do all of these pearls. These are scrumptious. Oh, okay, we've only got 3 of these. So they're basically gone. 180 of these went last week. Is there an end? There's no end and no beginning here, is there? That sounds like... Is that a song? Sounds like it should be, shouldn't it? Well, they're ready to go, aren't they, really? Just sling around your head and you're done. We've got a lot of pearls here. These are beautiful. Multicolour freshwater pearls, cultured baroque pearls. Look at that gold one there. And I'm not guaranteeing you're getting the gold one, but that's a bit funky. It's a nice lilac one in there as well. There's a lot on this strand. It's 164 centimetres long. How tall are you, Jem, in centimetres?
168 centimetres.
There we go. You've nearly got a gem's length of pearls here. We've got the last two. 29, 29, 99. Christine straight in there. They are gorgeous. You've got the prettiest of, that was really random, I'm so sorry. You're really, really pretty. You've got the beautiful whites. You've got those lovely, lovely pinks in there as well. Absolutely stunning. We've got two chances at £29.99 though. They are glorious. I mean, look at them go. Literally, if you wanted to just, I mean, you could make the most fabulous necklace with that straight away. I'm not going to count all of those because they're going to be gone by the time we are there. But if I literally, I mean, if I do that, you can have the most, imagine that, having an amazing necklace, wouldn't it?
That is absolutely
my life,
stunning.
I love that. Love that. And they're all natural as well. £29.99. Bonkers. That is bonkers, isn't it?
That is insane. Those colours are just stunning.
And look, they're knotted.
Oh, beautiful.
They're actually knotted onto the strand.
I would probably put it over the head in a single line and then tie a great big knot in it because I think that would look very 1920s.
Yeah, absolutely.
Classic pearls. But for me, I would go that extra 25p, get the authenticity certificate to say that they're natural pearls.
Yeah.
Stunning. Really beautiful.
They are gorgeous. We like those. Look at that from there. They've well gone. They've well gone. Congratulations. Very, very well done if you're lucky enough on those. I'm sorry if you've missed out because a few of you have on that, I'm afraid. They were epic. Beautiful. Loving it. I'm enjoying myself tonight. Just wanted to say, just throw that out there. That's what we're here for, isn't it? Right. We're now Phil and your phenomenal deals. A bit of blue lace agate. Very, very cute. These pretty. These pretty. Do you know what else I used to do when I was little? I could tell you so many stories right now. I don't know how, bless my sister, I don't know how she put up with me. And I used to go into her room and I loved glittery nail polish because she had all the girly things I was like. I used to go around and dot the eyes of her posters with glittery nail polish and do her ornaments as well. She had some lovely little figurine ornaments and I thought they looked quite pretty. I thought they looked better with sparkly eyes. I don't know how I'm actually still alive. I don't know how I made it to my age.
Is your sister older than you are?
She is, yeah.
By how many years?
2.
Okay.
She loves me. She had a lovely sparkling room, and one day I tried to make it really like I don't know there's a word in Austria called gemütlich, which means everything's all sort of just lovely and cosy.
Oh.
So she had quite a bright lamp. So she had a lovely navy jumper, a wool jumper that I just threw over the lamp because it looked really cosy. Left it, walked off, came back. Yeah, it was on fire. I melted the jumper. The lamp was I was a bit of a nightmare. £5.95 for 70 carats. See, I did it with good faith. I did it with good faith. I wanted to make things look pretty and nice.
Yeah,
I was
that's
just,
true.
You're
an improver.
I was being evil, exactly. I was improving her bedroom. £5.95 for blue lace agate. There's a lovely, cool sort of serenity about these gemstones, which is very, very pretty indeed. That's lovely. Right, what have we got here? This is from Anne. It's hi. Lived in Adelaide. Went to gigs backstage in Sydney and Melbourne. Mum thought I was at a friend's house round the corner. Wow.
Nice work, Anne.
That's really quite good. That's really quite impressive. See, they're the stories that you just remember, and obviously at the time, we crashed the car into the garage as well and didn't tell Mum and Dad till about 10 years ago. I was about 50. Well, it's all coming out tonight. Yeah, we did, yeah. Well, my sister, we're going to youth theatre. My sister drove the car because she'd just passed, and we came into the driveway. She went, do you want to put it in the garage? I'm like, yeah. Why? I've never driven a car in my life. Obviously, put my foot down and went kangarooed into the corner of the garage, smashed the corner of the garage, smashed the line, came out and we went and went, oh, someone's gone into the car in the car park at the youth theatre. My sister was like, do not tell them, do not. Okay. We've only told them about 10 years ago. I said, do you remember? Well, we're not, well, I don't know what with it. I think Dad must have just looked at the garage and gone, oh, I don't know how that's happened. No, but I'm surprised he didn't put 2 and 2 together, to be fair. Yeah, so we kept that stump for about 20 odd years.
That's quite impressive.
It was impressive. See, that was my sister leading me astray. That was my sister. Shall we move on? We've got a star buy coming up for you. Keep your messages coming in, because otherwise you're going to hear all about mine, and trust me, there's quite a lot. We've got champagne pearls coming up for you right now as a really, really lovely star buy. Oh, these are really nice. Really, really lovely. I can't quite remember if I've bought too many strands of champagne pearls. I have a feeling I haven't done these before. They are such a nice colour. They're champagne pearls, but I want to kind of say I was about to say they're edging on the side of bronze and gold, to be fair, and if we look at them like that, really close, you can see what I'm talking about in terms of that gold tone. These are seriously, seriously high-end in terms of colour. Absolutely adorable. And maybe the white pearls are too white for you. I know they don't necessarily, I mean, I think pearls work for everybody, but sometimes you might feel the white maybe is a little bit, maybe if it's a bit bright, to go with the coloured pearls sometimes softens things even more so. They are all about opulence and elegance and luxury. 10 by 9 again, but very, very round still in terms of that. But you have got the different sort of nuances of shape. But they are, again, beautiful pearls. Obviously that colour isn't a natural colour, but my gosh, doesn't it enhance the gemstones we've got in hand here. And when we say champagne, look at the pinks. We do get pink champagne, I suppose. The little touches of pinks, you're still getting some lovely, lovely colours that are coming through on every single one of those pearls. These, I mean, I would want to wrap these up with gold. I mean, they're pure luxury, aren't they?
They match your top so amazingly well. I think glamour, I think if you put them with black spinel, microfaceted black spinel.
Gorgeous.
Or if you team them with something like a smoky quartz with a facet, I think that would be delicious.
That would be amazing. Sorry, is that, I'm £5.95. How? Yeah, you've got to be quick here. We're not going to have enough of these. This is a brand new strand for £5.95. Could we not have just been sneaky in a 1 in front of the 5? Because I think they are amazing. They look a bit like nucleated pearls. They do. Yeah, they absolutely. They are. Elizabeth, aren't they beautiful? Do you love the colour? It's kind of that bronzy colour that you're seeing within there. Absolutely striking. They are gorgeous. These are flying out. Flying out! Utterly glorious. I mean, they are, aren't they? You've got that gorgeous gold, £5.95. How many strands do you get is the question, I think, here, isn't it? Rather than, because actually, if I do that straight away, you've got enough for 2 stretchy bracelets straight away. Perfect. But again, pair of pearl, I mean, we could list the different types of jewellery you're going to create here, I think.
Definitely, and it's so lovely to be able to give somebody a different colourway in a pearl. It's very obviously a pearl, but that is a beautiful colour. It's going to work with so many different skin tones and clothing options and hair even.
Yeah, totally. And look at that, loads of you flying in for these. I'm not surprised at a price point like that, because if you are on a budget, or if you sort of have a budget at Christmas, maybe if you're at work or your colleagues and you have like a £10 limit, £5.95, you're going to make 2 bracelets, let's just say, out of that. For a little stretchy bracelet, even if you want to add on a little charm, you're going to be well under budget.
Most definitely, and the little elephant charm would look beautiful with those.
That's just what I'm thinking. We've got. I'm a little bit obsessed. We've got some gorgeous little elephant charms coming up in the first kit, which you're going to just go gaga over. But the fact of the matter is, if you are going to give a stretchy bracelet of pearls with a little charm on, everyone's going to think you've broken the rules. Everyone's going to be like, oh, she's done it again. She spent over the £10. We've told her. But I very much like to be the recipient of your secret Santa, if that was the case. They're flying out. Susan, well done to you, congratulations. Oh, hello, in out. Right, what does it say? It says, I once borrowed my dad's golf clubs to dig a hole in the garden. He was not happy when he came to play with work friends and they were all bent. I should think he wasn't very happy. Dig the garden with your dad's golf clubs. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Can you imagine him just being there, can't you, on the golf course, just take... It's gone on it, it's like that.
A little bit muddy.
Slightly muddy, and yeah, not getting a birdie with that. Right, stay with us. Keep your comments coming in because we're loving them. And we've got a fabulous kit coming up for you at the other side of this.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting. But being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker.
Buying with Jewellery Maker online couldn't be easier. Just head over to our website, JewelleryMaker.com, and click on the register link. Simply fill in the required fields and you can shop 24/7. You'll also be privy to a faster checkout and personalised offers. Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Getting started with Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When you spend with us £4.95, you will get a free welcome pack. That welcome pack will give you pretty much everything you need to get started. From a manual, which will help you to familiarise yourself with all of the items that you're going to be creating and all of the products that you need, including tools and findings and threads. You'll also get a DVD and step-by-step project cards. These cards and the DVD will give you the chance to be able to create a wonderful arrangement of different items of jewellery. Plus, you'll also get a free 3-pack of tools. These will be everything you need to get started. So, getting started with the Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. So why not give it a go today? Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Our Jewellery Maker community is a fantastic platform to share, learn, chat and make new friends. So why not like our Facebook page and join over 64,000 like-minded people?
Welcome back. Right, little preview, little cheeky preview coming up soon. Just covering for Mike there, getting the wrong thing in shot. That's all right. But they are coming up. Guess what they are? Right, this is what we're doing now. It's because we're all sharing stories. That's what was happening, you see. Sharing stories of naughty things we've done when we were younger, or things we were proud of and probably didn't admit to at the time. Right, we've got some rather lovely sterling silver oval twisted ring spaces. These are cute. These are brand new. These are really, really lovely. Now, these are going to add a different dimension to your jewellery, because obviously if you're thinking a lot of the time, or me personally, when I'm thinking about using spaces, or the silver space, I naturally just imagine them to be round. I think most of us do. If you're thinking about using your 10 or your 12 mil rounds, you've got the little spaces in between, but life would be boring if it was all the same shapes, and we have lots of different shapes of gemstones, so why not the same with our space as well? We've just gone a little bit sort of off piste, if you like, from the round, and we've gone for the oval, but they're really, really nice. And have a look, because you've got that twisted detail. It's a little bit like rope links, or that rope sort of effect in terms of the edging all the way around that's bringing that together. But they're pretty funky, aren't they?
They're gorgeous. Love those.
And of course, not just thinking about bracelets, thinking about using these in all sorts of different ways and in different mediums as well. If you're thinking about your jewellery, thinking about your necklaces, or lots of different ways of using those. But obviously you've just got this really, really lovely detail, and of course perfect if you've got chain link to attach, and even maybe to bring your chain link together and then to go down sort of and to create a lariat. It's going to make a really sort of lovely focal point, isn't it?
They are perfect for making the mechanical section of a lariat. Yep. They're also really groovy to use as frames. They're fantastic in Cerulean because it gives you a little, almost like a frame design that you can work inside or outside of, which looks cool. But I'd like one or two of those in a 36-inch long rosary design, different gemstones, one or two of those, and just take it up a level.
Really nice. And of course you could actually still have sort of chain links sort of going top to bottom with a gemstone sort of suspended in the centre. There's lots and lots and lots that you could do in that, in the centre of a bracelet. Loads of different ways of using them. And of course they're silver, 9 to 5 sterling silver. So you get 5 pieces of those, and they're only £6.95 for 5 of those, which when you remember that they're silver is pretty good going. They're not silver plated, they're not over, they are real silver, and you've got 2.8 grams of sterling silver in there. So you're getting quite, and it's actually quite nice that you're getting the 5 there to use, because I tend to work in odds, and it might be that you're just sort of putting 1 or 2 in a necklace. You might be just adding just one of those perhaps in a bracelet as a little bit of a funky feature. And could you actually use one of those to create sort of like a T-bar fastening?
I don't see why
No
not.
reason
Yeah,
why you couldn't, is
absolutely.
there?
I've seen oval T-bar and toggle bar clasps used before as the hoop section. So yeah, definitely.
lots of
Even
different
if you
things.
just put them on an ear wire, just have those as little hoops by themselves would be
That'd be cute.
adorable.
They'd be really nice actually. Yeah, lovely. And the weaving that we'll talk about that a little bit later. The weaving that you've done on the second design.
Yeah.
You could. I wonder if you could do that on there as well, sort of crossing over, sort of weaving wire, sort of left to right to create a little, and maybe suspending, almost like a dream catcher. So you've got maybe like a little gemstone sort of set into the centre.
Yeah, that would be worth a try. See if you can achieve that with some 0.25 or something, because you've got the twist there.
Yeah.
It does give
Might
you the
hold the
apertures
wire.
to utilise.
Yeah, lots you can do, lots you can try. So £6.95, so something a little bit different on those, which is quite cute. So, right, let's do a quick on and gones before we move to the first kit, which is going to be so exciting because we've got the little Ellie Flumps coming up, which is very exciting. Starting with a yellow gold chain, love it, love it. This is really nice. Oh, oh, you've got the different length as well. This is brilliant. This is brilliant. Yes, this is a fab. This is just like this is a stocking stuffer. This is a stocking filler. It's 9 to 5 yellow gold plated over sterling silver. It's your curb link chain, but look at that. So you've got the option of going for 16-inch or for 18-inch. So they're so handy to have these on, particularly if you're going away and you're travelling and you don't want to take 7,000 different chains with you. That's going to sort out the two, and it's a £5. It's not even that, you get 5p back, £4.95. That is absolutely, I mean, that is crazy, isn't it, when you consider that that's yellow gold over sterling silver.
That's fantastic. And I love that the extender part is in the same
do.
chain. That really appeals to my senses.
Exactly. It's brilliant, because even if you have it on the 16-inch, you've got that lovely drop then of the extra couple of inches to sort of drop down the nape of the neck. It can look really stylish.
It does.
Or to wear it down the front.
I quite like wearing those at the front, adding perhaps one of the sapphires from earlier on, something like that at the centre would look exquisite.
Yeah, really cute. So lots you can do with that one. Great gift to pop in. And if you're thinking Christmas this year, and you're maybe having little gifts at the table, or maybe you're sort of adding your own things into to your crackers. I mean, can you imagine opening up your cracker, getting that rather than one of those little plastic moustaches or something? It'd be far more useful and exciting, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
although
let's face it.
I did like a plastic moustache out of a cracker.
I used to quite like the nail that didn't used to sort of fit.
Yeah.
Cracker gifts can be a bit rubbish.
Yeah,
so
make your own.
do that. That's fantastic.
Definitely, definitely. Well done, collector of the West Midlands. We've got Cheshire, Staffordshire, Gwent, Cambridgeshire. Loads of you are buying 2s of these, which I don't blame you. And that's such a high polish on the gold. The yellow gold looks really, really rich on this one. And it's not a tiny, weeny, skinny, mini little chain at all. It's a really nice, sizable chain that you can trust, and you can add pendants on as well on that one, which I think for £4.95, I'd imagine that to have next to no silver or gold on it, quite frankly. Do you know what I mean? But it does. And it's a nice length, lovely to see that. 16 inches or 18 inches. And in fact, let me just take that off so you can see, because we're talking about sort of having that drop. Let's pop that on at 16 inches. So imagine that, Ruth says as she gets it twisted, down the back of the neckline. If you've got your hair up or if you've got short hair, that's going to look really lovely. But no reason why you can't just add something onto the bottom there, whether it's permanent or whether I mean, pearl on there would look obviously very classic and lovely, or whether you just add on sort of with a lobster claw clasp and you've got various different charms.
Definitely.
Really cute.
You could make it look so different so quickly.
Yeah.
And as you were talking about holiday times, just take a selection of charms and then the one chain, and you've got all your bases covered. I think
Totally.
I'd like to layer them up, wear one at 16, wear one at 18.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, really trendy to do that as well, isn't it? It's beautiful. We have another comment. Told Mum we were going to Amsterdam for the weekend. No tickets at the airport, except last minute to New York City. She wasn't happy. I didn't inform her until after. Yeah, that's a different trip, isn't it? It's a bit further. Little bit further. How cool though. That's exciting.
It is.
I need to go to New York.
Can we go?
Oh please, yeah, can we?
What
I want
can
to
we
go
say we're
towards
finding?
Christmas.
Are we looking for Herkimer
kyanite.
diamonds?
Either.
Yeah, we're doing it. Let's do it.
Either. I want to go to New York towards Christmas. I'd love to go to sort of Times Square at New Year as well.
And
it's on
hit the
my
art
bucket
galleries.
list. Yeah, all of
Can
it.
we, can we?
Yeah, all of it.
Sweet.
Leah's like, can I come? Can I?
Always.
Go on then. Go on then. No boys. Right. Number 6. Let's have a little look here. Right, we've only got 7 of these available. We're trying to see, it's so funny, isn't it? Christmas is going to be here before we know. My sister just sent me a message to say, I've tried to get into so-and-so on Christmas Day, it's fully booked. I'm like, really? Really? Got to get organised. It's going to be here, isn't it? Before blink and we'll have missed it. These are really cute. Lovely sort of elongated sort of spacer beads, really. They are lovely. You've got the oval beads. Really nice, obviously, because we've just had the silver spacers as well. Really nice design on those. You've got these contours all the way through. They're lovely. And you can see what they're doing straight away. I mean, £6.95, you get 20 of them. They're really cool. Imagine those just interspersed on a little bit of wire. They're going to look absolutely glorious just to separate your gemstones up. What are you thinking, Jem?
I'm thinking with the kit that's coming up now,
Yeah.
with the small ball charms,
Yeah.
I think one of those in between every third space would look
They
absolutely
would look
immense.
lovely. Can I pop one on? Can I grab that
bring
off
it over to you?
You can indeed. That would be ace. So you can have a look. Yeah, that would be lovely. That fly really wants to make friends with us tonight, doesn't it? Should we name him?
Fred.
Fred. I was so going to say Fred as well. Fred the fly. It has
Does
to
it
be.
show lack of imagination or
I don't know.
similar thinking?
Let's go similar thinking. Why not? Yeah, so you can see, so you've got that lovely little drop in the centre. That's coming up in the kit. And then you perhaps have a little gemstone, a little jade gemstone either side potentially. But they are lovely. They really do space out your gemstones, and it kind of gives you designs time to breathe, if that makes sense. Drop down on earrings, you can have them at the drop, sort of on an earring drop as well. Loads you can do with those, but just basically have them in your stash. Have them there so you can use them at will. So £6.95 there for 20 of those. I tell you what, let's squeeze another quick one in before we hop over. To Jem. Let me scoop those up, popping those in. I'll tell you what we're going to do. I love these. I've never done these. And they are just. I remember when I first started at Jewellery Maker, and I think everybody was really sort of getting involved, particularly in sort of creating your own seedy beads and things as well. Oh, I've just so dropped something on the. Oh, it's my little silver ball. I'll grab that in a moment. But you don't even have to go to the kind of detail of doing that now. You've got these amazing. I love them. Oh, they're so cool. Look at that for sparkle. They look like they've been dipped in diamonds. 11 carats of labradorite cluster beads. How awesome are these? How beautiful. Aren't they lovely? Have you ever seen these, Jem?
Amazing. I've not seen them like that. No, darling.
These are really cool. I'm just popping them all. Actually, I should have kept one of those silver spaces in between, shouldn't I? They are awesome.
That's proper paparazzi action, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, they're adorable. They are. Really adorable.
You know, when I first started making my own jewellery, there was a lot of Shambhala style bracelets around, and many of them had quite sparkly clay beads.
Yeah.
See, that is just way up and beyond and so much further towards my kind of jewellery.
Totally. So much more fabulous, aren't they? And I mean, they're still really popular. They are, and you can spend a lot of money on them. They're £12.95 for the 3, but you've got 11 carats of gemstones, and you can see. I'm going to grab one of those spaces. I mean, how long would it take you to make one of those? I mean, I wouldn't bother, to be perfectly honest, but how long would it take you to actually? I mean, look at those.
Well, you need
just imagine
something in the
spacing them
middle,
up.
wouldn't you, that has a drill hole in it already?
Yeah.
And then you'd need the clay, or however they've been adhered, I'm not 100% sure. And then you'd need so many of those beautiful little, very high performance labradorites. Yeah. That's absolutely exquisite quality labradorite we're working with.
Oh, aren't they just? I mean, they dance. They really dance and sparkle. So imagine one of those is on a long drop on a head pin, drop down on a head pin. Maybe one of those silver spaces. In fact, if I do it like that, dropped on a head pin, maybe one or two, a little silver spacer or something on the bottom, just with a little shepherd's hook, or how fabulous would they look for Christmas earrings?
They would be absolutely exquisite. I'd
fact,
want to use a 70 or 80 mil drop, a super long head pin,
Yeah.
or a piece of wire with a coil,
Yeah.
and then just accentuate that length of drop.
So I say for Christmas earrings, I'd wear those in the day. I'd wear those out in the daytime.
I don't see why not. I think
They're
they're
so
delightful.
glorious. They're really fabulous. I think they might be coming home with me. We have £12.95. I wish I had tons and tons and tons of these, but obviously I don't. But they look utterly amazing. They are incredible. I see Tina, yeah, right with you on that. Use black spinel with those. Tina, would you use black spinel? They'd look fabulous, actually. Really finish off those. Hello, Jamie. Jamie said Times Square. Christmas is literally magic. It's like a winter wonderland. It's an absolute must. You won't regret it, from Jamie. I know. I have to go. Have to go. Oh, and Sally said, I'm not a fan of yellow gold, but my customers are. Ordered 2 chains. Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not? And it's having that variety, isn't it, at the end of the day? See, we're all thinking about Times Square and New York now, aren't we? Gotta be done. Gotta be done. Right, okay, it is time to share with you. So I could go over singing New York now. I won't do.
Oh, go on.
No, it's far too early for that. Far too early for that. We'll do that at 10. We'll finish with that.
Finish with a bang.
Throwing out time, that is, isn't it? Right, I'm going to grab a chair. So I was just trying to make the chair go down a little bit. Oh, it won't move. Okay, so wiggling my legs. Normally you sit on them like that, straight down, aren't you? Clearly need to eat some more pies. Right, am I as tall as Derek now? I'm nearly there. Funniest thing ever when Derek and I are on screen together, because it literally is like that. Right, it's kit time. Lucky links.
Yeah, I like
Lucky
that.
links. We like the sound of it. I feel really small now, actually. I think I've gone a bit overboard with that. Lucky links, well, what's the symbol of something lucky? If you're thinking about maybe the animal kingdom, there is a certain little animal that's meant to be quite lucky, and we'll come on to him in just a moment. But so exciting. Giving it away. We're giving it away, aren't we now? Do you know what I mean? You try and build something up, you try and create a bit of suspense in the journey, and then there we go, Mike, straight away. It's all good. I'm going to make me a cup of tea. Well, the elephant, of course, is meant to be a very symbolic, very lucky symbol, isn't it? And you have such a lovely opportunity here. This kit is gorgeous.
It is.
Because not only does it feature the little elephant, it's got jade, which is one of my favourite gemstones on the planet right now. And look at that. They're so cute, aren't they?
They're beautiful. Really featured and 3D as well.
Yeah.
They're delightful to work with.
So gorgeous. And when you think about it and have a little look, you'll know anyway, everybody that knows about charms, just one charm like that, a little silver, and it's not, I say little, it's not actually that little, to be fair, a silver elephant, that's the fly, a silver elephant charm. If you go into any shop and try and find a charm, if you're going with £30 or £40 as a ballpark for a silver charm, just have a think about that and then see what we're going to give you on this today to make all of these pieces of jewellery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces of jewellery. All gem heavy, lots of wire and some beautiful gemstones. So let's start with part 1, because there are 2 parts to the kit here, but you're going to be lucky. It's one of my favourite songs as well, that song. Da, 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 to be lucky. Da, da, da. I can never remember the other words. Da, 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 who sings it? I can't remember. Da, 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 da. Daft Punk, that's it.
I'll have to
You'd know it.
Use a certain video uploading site and check that out later.
Yeah, you'd know it. You know, it's one of my favourites. It was a song of last summer. Right, what we've got, part 1 of the kit, we have some amazing jadeite straight away. This is so delicious. You are looking at some gorgeous nuggets of your beryl, but the jadeite, you've got some fabulous puffy ovals. They are 14 by 10 millimetres of your puffy ovals. They are totally natural. So you're looking at 140 carats worth there of the jade. Now, I am totally addicted to this gemstone and I can't stop buying it at the moment, but very nice to have the puffy ovals there. And they look beautiful set alongside this remarkable strand of nuggets of beryl. So if we're talking about beryl gemstones, look at the colours that you're seeing in here. Beryl gemstones, we think about Morganite, obviously that's the pink variety of beryl. You think about aquamarine, which is the blue. You think about emerald, which is the green, so on and so forth. If you ever get the white, you've got the heliodors. There's loads of different varieties of beryl, but that is such a fabulous strand. It's actually kind of a double strand because you've got a longer length on that one, but again, totally natural, 110 carats on that strand. And because you've got those lovely green tones in there, the jadeite just blends beautifully together with those. So that's your 2 strands that you're getting in the kit. You've then got your wire. Now you've got the copper, well, the silver plated copper wire. You've got the 2 spools. You've got 10 metres of the smaller, which is the 0.8, and then you've got 100 metres of the 0.25. So quite a lot of wire to be getting on with there as well. And of course, and I do think the silver with those kind of colours works for me.
It really does. It's such a bright backdrop to enhance those gemstones. It just is, it's genius.
Yeah, and especially because we've brought in the little silver elephants as well.
Yes.
Then obviously they've got to go together. So this is part 1. We've got the little silver elephants coming up for you next as part of this Lucky Links kit. So 140 carats of Burmese jade. You've got 110 carats of multicoloured beryl, and then 110 silver plated wire. So 3 very distinct elements, your wire and your 2 gemstones for $27.95. A single strand of real, genuine Burmese jade for $27.95. Anywhere else, I think you're going to be lucky to get that, hence the Lucky Links.
Ah, that makes sense now.
Makes sense.
Nice segue.
Yeah, thank you. But you're getting all of these, and of course, the size of the multi-beryl is amazing because there's some lovely colours in there as well, isn't there?
Absolutely stunning, and it does go on and on and on.
Yeah, it really does. Do we know the length of that? Shall I give it a bit of a measure? The rule of Ruth, she never lies. So we are looking at, yes, you've got 17, so you've got about 86 on the barrel. So it is a double strand really, isn't it?
It is. More than.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you've got your jade in there as well, so those colours just complement each other. The blues are so strong in there, actually.
There's a lot of vibrancy. The Morganite is absolutely delicious. There's some which are slightly more rounded, and there's some which have a beautiful level of clarity as well as deeper hues. It's an absolutely gorgeous strand.
And natural, which I think is just ridiculous.
Amazing.
They are absolutely glorious. I tell you what we'll do though, $27.95. That's part 1 of the kit. You look. I don't have many at all. Before we do the little silver elephants, because I know they're going to absolutely fly.
Sorry, it was funny in my head.
Oh my goodness me! You just need to pack your trunk and off to the circus. We have a bonus.
Ooh.
Bonus strands. Now they're separate, but we're just thinking if you really want to go all out on the jade, because it's been so popular, we'll give these to you as well. So first of all, 6mm. Actually no, sorry, they're the bigger ones, aren't they? Beg your pudding. La 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 la. Wow, for £12.95, 38 centimetre strand. Oh, they're tickling for some reason. How funny. 38 centimetre strand. How well it? 100 carats. Maybe it's the energy. Burmese jadeite, 100 carats there. 6mm rounds. Brilliant price. We want to bring these to you because they're so add-onable at prices like this. If you imagine the amount that obviously Gem has created from just the kit, if you'd have added these in as well, I mean, the world's your oyster in terms of the amount of pieces you're going to actually be able to create. But jadeite, I think, is one of the gemstones that everybody is going for right now. It's a traditional gem, a culturally very important gem. I've never met anybody that doesn't like jadeite.
No, and even if you're bringing it as a new gemstone to certain people, perhaps you have a fair coming up or you have an opening at a shop, introducing somebody to such a beautiful gemstone, I find it very calming.
100%.
It's absolutely beautiful. It has been carried as a talisman of good luck.
Yeah.
It's said to be good luck for travelling with. There's lots of beautiful beliefs around it, which you can obviously choose to believe or not. But
Yeah.
I just think looking at the colour, it takes me to very pastoral places.
Yes,
I love it. Absolutely
totally.
love it.
And for me, I've literally just made a couple of stretchy bracelets and just added in a couple of spaces every third gemstone. And oh, is that what you... Oh, there you go. Have you seen what Gem's wearing? Let me just show you. And I had to buy mine first because literally, there we go, it called to me. And I know that sounds... But I literally just looked at it and went, I have to wear this strand. I don't know why. It just felt like I needed... It, for me, and this is me talking personally, I felt like it was my kind of protective amulet gemstone. I just thought, right now, I just need to wear jade, and like you were saying, I feel very calm, I feel very tranquil, I feel kind of protected when I'm wearing it. Just saying that's my sort of interpretation, but I love it. It feels like that's the gemstone for me for now that I need to be wearing.
Most definitely, I'm with you there 100%.
It's one of those, and gemstones they'll have different reactions. Different gems will have different reactions to you, won't they?
They most certainly
that's so
will.
pretty, huh?
It's very simple. Thank you.
But they work, don't they?
They
That's
do.
the thing. They absolutely work. Let's give you the 4 mil as well. These are cute. These are cute. Yeah, really. And look at the different tones. You've got little sort of different hues, rather, all the way around there. They are going very quickly. Well, I would add these to my order, 100% just add them. Because you could have one of the larger ones accented with a smaller one, and then maybe a little piece of silver.
Definitely. The way we've set some rosary linking designs in the second kit would work in exactly the same way as if you got both of these jadeite strands.
Yeah.
This is absolutely a beautiful strand. It's very, very glossy. And as you say, there's some slightly darker moments in there, but the gloss on it is outstanding. I love
Lovely.
it.
It's a really high-end sort of glossy lustre, and the quality is in every single one of the gems. It's not like you're getting 2 or 3 that are really great and the rest are a bit meh. They're all high-end, a bit meh. Technical term, that. Meh. And £9.95.
Wow.
It's got to be one of the most affordable jadeite strands that we've done. So really accessible, 40 carats. They're going to make you go woo rather than meh. At £9.95, and of course bringing back the other strand that we had for you can see they work together, pure harmony. Let's bring in the puffy jade as well, and you'll see, I mean, how can you not? They're so lovely.
See, now that is a necklace that needs to be made.
Yep.
Whether you would graduate it in reverse so that the triple layer would start small and then go up larger, and that just works so effortlessly
They're
as
glorious,
well.
aren't they?
Absolutely gorgeous.
That's amazing. You just need to grab hold of all of these, quite frankly. So 2 of those, of course, the beryl and the puffy jadeite from the kit, and then you've had the 2 additional strands of jadeite there as well. And then you need... I love these. I love these. I love these. Right, have a little look.
That was very nearly Teddy Bear's Picnic.
Do you know what it was? I started singing and went, that's the wrong song. You go down in there. I went, no,
that's not the one.
that's Teddy Bears. That's Teddy Bears. They
You
after
might
the
find elephants
circus.
in the woods.
You might.
Yeah, you never know.
You might.
Just watch out for the big footholes. Footprints, not footholes.
Footprint.
You know what I mean.
Sadly, I do. Right, have a little look at these charms.
Aww.
These are so cute. These
They
are going to
are.
go so quickly. Oh, he's so cute. And exactly, a little upturned trunk, which is very... I've got a little glass elephant on my dressing table that you put your rings on at night, and he's got an upturned trunk, because it's meant to be very lucky if the trunk goes up.
Oh.
So there we go. And we've got 3 of them, and you can see they're desperate to hold together and just trot off together, aren't they? Holding trunks to tails.
Oh.
Aren't they remaking Dumbo, did I hear?
Oh gosh, are they?
I'm sure that they're doing quite a few remakes, aren't they? Doing a lot of the live action versions, because they're doing The Lion King at the moment, which is going to be a bit like Jungle Book.
Okay.
Jungle Book, not my favourite. Cartoon or the other way, it's not one of my favourites. But The Lion King I'm a bit worried about as well. But apparently I think they're doing Dumbo as well. I think they'll probably end up doing all of them. Are they?
Are they going
Phil's
to
on it.
animate the elephants?
I don't know. They won't be obviously real elephants, will they? They'll be like animated type. Oh, they haven't announced who's going to be Dumbo yet. Oh, there's chance for me. There's chance for me.
I think I have a better body type for the role.
My feet are quite big, so you never know. So you've got the 3, although I'm 6 foot, I'm only 7.5. I suppose that's in proportion, isn't it, really? They're not quite olive oil feet. They're not quite that big. Big hands though, Leah. Exactly. Thank you for that reminding me. So we have 3 of the, you know your friends are here, 3 of the 9 to 5 sterling silver elephants. I just love them. And you've got some of the ball charms, of which I lost one over there, didn't I? I've just remembered. I had one on the wire.
That was from my kit,
so
it's
fabulous.
fine.
Okie dokie. So you get 10 of these. Let me just pop them on. Let me do them on there. I know we should raid the vacuum cleaner, really, shouldn't we? Can you imagine all the stuff that's probably been picked up in our vacuum cleaner?
Oh, my word.
I'd rather not be the person to go through the vacuum cleaner, but I bet there's a fair bit of silver and gold and gemstones in there.
Maybe you could do it like the archaeologists do and have a shaky tray.
Sift it, or like panning for gold.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Right, have a little look at this. They do that. Yeah, they do that. Yeah. Oh, wow. So Phil was just saying, one of his friends who works in a jewellery shop, when they're sort of cutting and sort of working with gold, they go and hoover around all the workspaces on the floor and everything. And at the end of one particular day, they did it all, got all the bits and bobs of the precious metal, melted it down, of £25 worth of precious metal in there. Because it comes off in your clothes and everything, doesn't it? All the,
absolutely.
The fine,
I mean, there are certain
bits.
places where you will wear a disposable apron and it will be burnt afterwards.
Yeah.
And the material will be collected that way. But traditionally, as silversmiths, you would have your workbench, which is like a cut-out circle, and then you'd have traditionally leather, an apron which is stuck underneath the workbench, so any offcuts
Catches
just
all the bits.
very handy.
Yeah, it is. It is. Things we learn. So you've got all of your ball charms in there as well, and your 9 to 5 sterling silver elephant charms, and they're £13.95. Remember what we said at the start of this? If you go and buy, in fact, if you're watching on the web now as well, just type in elephant charm. See what happens. You know some of the names of the big sort of players out there that make the charm bracelets. In this little set, you've got 3 elephant charms, and you've got all of those 9 to 5 sterling silver ball sort of spaces in there as well. That's why I absolutely love what we've got here. And actually, the reason I really love the little elephant charms in here, and actually you've got over 5 grams, I think, of silver going on here, is they're not too big and they're not too heavy either. They're lovely. I think we've got the balance right in terms of the size. We've got enough detail in there to know straight away what it is, because the last thing you want when you've got a little charm is to kind of squint at and go, what is that? You can tell straight away it's a little elephant, and it's super cute. Plus, the very fact that it's on a lobster claw clasp, obviously, it's versatile, so you can attach it to a bracelet, you can take it off, you can put it on a necklace charm. It's nice that they've got that on and that they're not fixed onto your to your jewellery. They can literally pack up their bags and they can trot off and they can move around.
Absolutely, and because you get the 3, if you wanted to make cute little earrings, then you can remove the lobster claw clasp and use it elsewhere in your jewellery, which is what I've done on the bracelet on the far end. Is I've just used the charm without the lobster claw. Yeah. Whereas on the memory wire bracelet, he's using the lobster claw, so you can obviously change that at will. Yeah,
but they are so lovely, and I think a lot of us we've always loved the little elephant charm. I think whenever we've had them here, they're so popular, just so cute. I can't think of that many famous elephants actually, apart from, well, there's obviously Dumbo, but are there any? Nelly the elephant. I can't think of any more really. Famous elephants. I had a wuzzle, that was part elephant. A wuzzle, do you remember wuzzles? We had this conversation last time. They were like half and half. So my wuzzle was called Ellaroo, so it was half elephant, half kangaroo. Ellaroo.
Obviously.
They were ace, wuzzles were.
Brilliant.
Rhinoki was a rhinoceros and a monkey. Honestly, that's my favourite.
Sounds great.
They were.
I did puzzles with my child when he was a lot younger than he is now, and we used to put things purposefully together wrong.
Oh.
But a dolphin, I don't even know, dolphin chicken just didn't seem to cut it.
Didn't work together.
Doesn't have that romance.
No. Leah gave us a good guess for a famous elephant, but no. Right. No, we're not going. No. So £13.95 on your lucky links. I think this is a good point to start a demo, quite frankly. This conversation's going all kinds of sideways. There are so many fabulous pieces. You are such a clever, talented, you all are. This is amazing. Don't you think that's absolutely beautiful?
I had a love-hate relationship with him/her. I made it about 4 times before I was happy enough to bring it to air. and I'm still
It's so
having
nice.
kittens about whether or not people would be able to tell it was an elephant.
Oh my gosh, no, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
But the form of the elephant himself is hammered to just sort of hold shape
Yeah.
inside just a very easy woven frame.
Yeah. Oh, and Baba the elephant.
Ah.
Colonel who? What's that from? Colonel Hattie? I don't know that, Sally. From OC Jungle Book. Not my favourite Jungle Book, so I don't know anybody's names really, particularly in that. No, I think Jungle Book was more. I thought Jungle Book was a more for, I don't know, boys maybe. Maybe, I don't know.
I really loved it actually as a child. It's one that really resonated with me.
It's funny. I guess it just depends what you watched really. But I never really. I don't think we ever really saw it. Anyway. Oh, okay. So who was that from? Amber went to Sri Lanka and had a photograph with elephants and they trunks and things everywhere. They can do that, can't they?
Well,
they can do that.
Prehensile appendages, so you know.
And they're so lovely. There was something the other day and it showed some video footage of the elephant, the little baby elephant that got stuck in the mud.
Aww.
But all the big elephants came straight down and they used their trunks. So clever.
They're very
and
family
pushed him out.
oriented.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
Aww.
Brilliant. Oh, right. Okay, should we dive in? We've got so many gorgeous pieces. I meant to wear that, to be fair, because it's so glorious. Let me show you this necklace. I'm going to bring it over so you can have a little look at it as we do. We're going to actually sort of focus on this necklace. Look at that. Really striking, strong sort of... That's beautiful, Gem. I love this. Obviously using the puffy ovals of the jadeite. We're going to... Oh, hello. We're going to have a little look.
Would you like a hand? Or are you okay?
Oh, it's caught in my wig. It's all right. There we go. We're all right. It's a good wig, isn't it? So let's have a little look. I'm having my wig done tomorrow. Having it done tomorrow. Let's.
She's got the proper giggles.
She is giggling. It's all that chocolate cake she's had. Right. Let's have a little look at this technique for the jade.
One thing I would like to say about the technique is that a couple of weeks ago I made a suite of jewellery and there was a piece that I wasn't able to demo that night and I've had several questions about how to do it. I called it the Cairn Pebble pendant because instead of being upright as they are here, the gemstones were set in the opposite direction. You know how when you have a cairn at the top of a mountain, people put flat rocks on top of each other. So it was set a little bit like that, and I've had a couple of people ask how to do it. Well, this is set differently, but the technique is exactly the same. So if that was one of the questions that you had and you're with us tonight, then just apply different gemstones and it will look different.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to pop that back to one side.
Though, isn't it?
What we're going to work with is approximately 1 metre of the 0.8, is it 0.8 millimetre wire that we're working with?
Yes,
I want to say it's 0.8.
So. Yes, it is. Yeah.
0.8 mil,
First
about a metre. Well done, thank you very much. And I'm going to use 5 of the jadeites. You can use any number that you want, but if you want quite an extensive piece, then a metre of wire will cover the 5 quite neatly. So the first thing that we're going to do is take the coil of wire and just stretch the most of it out to one side. And we're just going to work with this upright section here. So I'm just going to run that between thumb and forefinger to put a little bit of strength to it. And then we're going to add on those 5 beautiful puffy jadeite ovals, which at home I had absolutely no problem going on to the 0.8. So let's just see how that works out for us now we're on live TV.
No added pressure whatsoever.
No stress. They all seem to be very, very happy going on to the end here. The only issue is my eyesight as ever. I can't wear glasses to see up close.
Can you not?
No, I just can't do it. So what we're going to do is we've got probably about 4 inches or so of loose wire at the top. We're going to reserve that to make a very simple bail with later. And what we're going to do now is just move a little bit further down and start securing the jadeites into position. So if I think that that's about where I want the bottom of the pendant to be, I'm going to make a right angle bend. Now this is the long tail of wire that's coming this way. The short tail of wire is on this side where the gemstones are sitting. So I'm just going to put a nice right angle on first, and I'm going to hold that into position whilst I draw the tail of the wire up and over the top. Now this is the point in time that your residue of wire, the long tail, is going to get a bit feisty. It might knock other things over or attack your presenter or possibly knock elephants off the desk. You don't get to say that at work every day.
No, absolutely.
So we're going to draw this long tail of wire around the edge of the jadeite and over the top of that upright that we're working with. Like I say, it does get a little bit feisty because we're working with quite a lot of wire. You get a little curve that sits around the outside of the jadeite, which we're now going to pinch very firmly in our dominant hand. Fred, could you not? Sure.
Away, go home to your wife and family. Away.
So I'm going to take this.
Not listening.
He's hungry for fame. I'm taking the long tail of the wire and drawing that around the upright section once and twice. So we've drawn slightly across the surface of the jadeite here, which I think looks really attractive. It's got a nice natural organic swoosh. And then we're going to repeat that. So that's just swooshing around and then coiled, coming the same way. There we go. And repeat that 5 times. So that's going to go for Burton on the floor, I reckon. Around and back underneath. So we're literally taking this one length of wire and working with just the one piece of wire. There's no additions. And again, you've got this really nice organic little swoosh going across the face of the gemstone, which gives interest and kind of holds it into position a little bit. So when you feel the wire is moving, as you do this little twist around the upright section of the design, don't worry, because it adds to the attractiveness of how it works. So all the way around and back onto the same side. So we would do that all 5 times. If you want that to be slightly closer together, you can push it down. And I'm just going to repeat one more time. Woo! So sorry, it's very springy. Push that into position. If you don't want the wire to cross the front of the gemstone, then you can hold that out of the way, but I actually quite like the effect it gives. So coming all the way around, and we're now starting to create the neck of our design. So instead of going around 1.5 times, as we have done so far, we're going to continue an extra couple of times, and what we're doing here is creating a nice basis for us to add to later. And this is also somewhere that can be a weak point on pendants, so we're building up a little bit of strength as well. Now I've decided that I'm going to make this a one-sided design, in so much as if I just drop this into position on the piece that we've got here, everything is over on the top, or if I put that into the correct orientation, on the right-hand side.
Okay.
Now there's no rules and regulations to say that that's what you have to do. It's almost like the rings of one of the ringed planets. Is it Saturn?
I want to say Saturn.
And
but
Jupiter maybe?
I don't know. Saturn's my...
Saturn's definitely got rings, so we're going to go for Saturn.
Apparently, is it Pluto's apparently not a planet anymore?
Yeah, people keep telling me this, and I'm really disappointed.
It's a planet.
Well, it's a planet-like celestial body in a far distant orbit.
But that's too long a sentence.
I know.
So can we just stick with planet?
It's a dwarf planet, is it?
I've no idea. I've no idea. It's Pluto.
It's a planet.
It's a planet. We'll stick with it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Brian
exactly.
Cox will be watching and he'll be messaging in all angry.
He will. Whilst
He
still
so
singing. Whilst still singing his D-Ream days. Do you remember that?
I remember him from Dare.
Oh, you see, I don't.
Oh.
No, sorry. I do.
Dare was amazing.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, well, there's Darren Wharton from Thin Lizzy, and there's Vinnie Burns, my mate Vinnie. He's top chaps.
Don't know. No. Sorry. This is
I'll be
quite nice
educating you
because
later.
This is nice because normally this is me and everyone on the floor going, don't remember that. I'm like, oh, you're too young. Oh, you don't know that. And I'm going, don't know. Quite.
I saw them in
It's
1989 at the NEC and a riot broke out and chairs were thrown. It was great.
Did you start it again?
No, I did not.
So naughty. So naughty. Carry on.
So what we're going to do, once we've created a little bit of strength at the top of the design, we're going to start coming back again. Now, you'll see that the wire is wrapping over the front, all the way around the back and coming back underneath.
Okay.
Now, I'm just pointing that out because that might be salient to you. You might want to keep in the same direction all the time. So I'm just going to create a little bit of a Saturn's ring, make a nice little smooth arc, and draw that over the front centre, the nexus, threads back, and just hold that into position whilst I wrap one and around again. And you can see how this is going to work. We're coming from underneath, we're going over top, underneath, over the top. So I'll do one more, and then I'll show you what it looks like if you've got a bit more time on your hands, and how you can finish it off. So all the way around, see that wire's getting a bit feisty. You can, if you prefer, coil that out of the way, but we're just keeping it loose just to show you how that will normally react. So if I go all the way down to the bottom with this, all the way around and back on itself, one more, and then I'll show you how to do one of the designs at the bottom, a little bit close up and personal there with the residue of wire. So pinch that into position all the way around once and back again, and then to finish off at the bottom, I'm going to just warm the wire between thumb and forefinger.
Such nice wire to work with, isn't it?
It's beautiful. The silver plated copper is an absolute classic. Let me just remove that tail so it doesn't get too confusing. All the way around in a nice little circle at the bottom, like so. I've got this in my in the wrong hand, but we'll run with it. So just going to hold that into position and then draw around once and twice more. So what I did on one of the designs is, if I just cut this off now, give myself a couple of inches of tail, what we can do is add one of those lovely little ball charm designs, and then add a little coil starting at the end here. So going in with round nose pliers, and what this will do is it will add strength to the end of your design, but also stop that little ball charm from sliding off. So there's the coil is getting going. Once the coil has started, I'm going to switch to some flat facing pliers. These are my trusty ones that I use for everything. Virtually drive and eat Chinese food with them. I don't really, but you might as well think that, because it's funny. So you can take that as far as you want to. You would probably want to take a little bit of time to make that a bit smoother. And then draw that up and around. And then you can allow that little ball charm to sit at the bottom if you like. So what I'm going to do now is show you how to finish off at the top.
Yep.
And I'm also going to show you the alternative, which we made for the show. Now this has got a very small little coil at the bottom, and the coil sits on the face of the gemstone, and there's that little charm there. So that's much neater and easier to wear than the big open design I've just made, but you've got lots of options. You can do exactly what you want to do with it.
And nice just to have that little bit of movement at the bottom as well, isn't it?
I think so. Just a little bit of enhancement to it.
Absolutely.
Very, very quickly, I'll show you how to do a wrapped loop at the top, which in this design is going to be our very simple bail. The 0.8, once you've worked with it for a while, is perfectly adequate at being a bail. It's not going to deform out of shape because we've done a little bit of bending and wire wrangling. It will hold its shape once it's in position.
Okay.
So here's one that I made during the first hour, which has got your 5 drops with your Jupiter rings. And up at the top, I'm going to decide that this is the front face. Pop my pliers in, give myself a nice right angle at the top there. And then I'm going to grab a pair of bail making pliers, which I probably should have got out of my bag earlier. And very, very simply again, pop those onto the bail diameter of your choice. Draw the tail around. Once you're happy with the size, what you can do is nom 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 a little bit. That is not a technical term at all, is it?
We should have fed you before you came on air today, shouldn't we?
So the reason I was nom-nom-nomming the wire hoop here is to give it a little bit of rigidity, not just for when I'm finishing the design by wrapping around, but also for in extended wear. So I'm going to hold that hoop now and draw the tail around, and I'm going to bring that tail of wire to meet the little circles that we made earlier, so that we are keeping that neck of the design nice and strong. And you can make a little coil on the end if you want to and put it on the face. You've got lots of choices in how to make that happen.
Lovely.
So I hope that's helpful, and I hope that the technique will be adapted and used for different gemstones. Fewer swirls between them will give you that lovely cairn, pebble cairn.
They are beautiful. They are lovely. Let me pop that back on
Thank you very much.
so I can have another quick peek. So you can see, I mean, lots and lots of different pieces of jewellery there that Gem's created, but really nice to be able to play with that. And obviously you don't even have to have it, I guess you don't have to have it all down one side. You could have sort of tessellating, oscillate, what's my word? Tessellating? One side, one the other? Alternating.
Alternating is the word, yeah, that'll do it.
That's the badger. But lots of, we've gone animal themed, haven't we? We've had elephants, Fred the Fly, and a badger. So very best of luck on that. Congratulations. Make sure you're adding those to your order. And we're going to bring to you. Thanks very much, gorgeous.
Thank
we're
you.
not letting her go anywhere. I'm just going to skedaddle over here. But we're going to bring to you, because you've got your second kit coming up as well.
Yes.
What did I call it earlier? Don't know. I know because I'll get it wrong. It's coming up anyway. Second kit's coming up, but we're going to do a lapis lazuli start by for you first of all. Thank you, my love. Wow, these are going to be a bargain. These are going to be a bargain. Lapis lazuli, beautiful rounds. 200 carats. The colour is amazing. Look at that for a royal blue. These are glorious, aren't they? 8 mil, nice size, 38 centimetre strand, and I mean that colour is incredible. The gold that's flashing through here as well is so stunning, and well, what a lovely depth of colour that you've got to your lapis lazuli. These are just gorgeous. The polish on them is pretty fantastic, but this deep hue of blue, you can see straight away why that was used as paint in essence. Ground down, mixed with oil, used as paint on very many sort of iconic paintings. If you've ever been to Rome and you've walked down the Hall of Maps, the blue of the ocean, you're looking at lapis lazuli and all that gorgeous. Have you ever been there?
I haven't, darling.
Oh, you have to go. It's amazing.
Was lapis used in Starry Starry Night by Van Gogh?
I don't know, but it sounds very probable.
The colour is exquisite.
Yes,
so,
it is, and all the gold sort of flashes. Yeah. I don't know. Phil's on it, I'm sure he's popping that into the world of Google to have a little look. But many famous paintings would have been used. Well, that would have been the way that they would have got the pigment from the paint, and obviously the gold, that sort of fool's gold, if you like, that pyrite that's within there, just gave it that extra something special. So 8mm gemstones. There are 38 centimetres in there, but it would have been seen at one time as well to have been more valuable than diamonds, because people didn't really believe that the colourless gemstones like diamonds were very sort of valuable at all. It was the gems like this, like lapis, like carnelian, the really deep, intense gemstones that were seen as the most valuable. It's got a long legacy, but they are absolutely stunning, and I don't think you ever really appreciate lapis lazuli until you get it in your own hands. It's glorious. Oh, there we go. 10 out of 10 for Gem. Yeah, it was used in that painting.
Oh, fantastic. My half an A level paid off.
Phenomenal. Is that an level? 200 carats. Let's get the price down, because it is going to be a pretty fantastic price tag for you. So on the telephone lines and on the web straight away, £5.95 for all of these. Love a bit of lapis lazuli, a bit of lapis lazuli, depends how you say it. But definitely one of those gemstones to have in your collection. But one of those tomatoes. Some people say lapis lazuli. Is it a bit more American, I guess? Lapis lazuli sometimes.
I think there is a multi-platform block-based game where it's referred to as lapis lazuli, and that has made the pronunciation a lot more popular amongst younger people.
Oh, okay. See, I love your description without saying whatever it quite was, but I've no idea what you're actually referring to. You have to tell me in the break. Alison, Moira, well done. Sandra, Margaret, congratulations, maybe even congratulations. It's nearly tea break time. Kelly, well done. Rosalind, congratulations. Sally said, speaking of deep blue, I'm trying to make proper rainbow jelly. George. I can't read out. I thought you were writing in for tips, Sally. Oh, because I would have said, set your first layer, let it set, then put your...
Please don't put gemstones in your jelly, please.
Oh, shall we read that again? Speaking of blue, I'm trying to make proper, I can't read, proper rainbow jewellery. And I'm struggling with indigo. Oh, we're done, aren't we now? Rainbow jelly. Ah. Oh dear. Moving on. I have some iolite and blue topaz, but would like some more of this colour if possible. Oh my goodness. Oh, my new Rebel Ruth is your new name. Yeah, oh, rubbish Ruth right now. Oh, bless. I bet you hate doing these shows with me, don't you, Leah? Leah's crying again. She goes home absolutely exhausted. Oh, dearie me. Very, very well done indeed to everybody. Oh, what am I like? I think it's just because I was talking about tea and tea break, and it's just always food with me, isn't it?
Iolite is a good choice, actually. It's probably my go-to choice for
jelly?
that particular chakra.
Should we move on? No, it is a good choice, iolite. Oh, dearie, dearie. What's going on today? What's going on? Right, this. Oh wow, yeah, great colour. If you're missing your green in your rainbow, let's add this on. So we've got. I only learned very recently that the colours of the rainbow, you remember, by the thing Richard of York gave battle in vain. I never learnt that at school. Nope, never heard it. Never heard it until this year.
It's the only way I could remember it.
I just never knew.
I still have to use never eat a certain breakfast cereal to remember my points of the compass.
North, south, east, and me.
Yeah.
And the alphabet, I still have to kind of sing in my head. A,
Yeah.
C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O.
I get to about M and then it's like, no, I need to sing.
Yeah, totally. There we go. We've only got 9 left. We have 100 carats of diopside. I actually got the question about the rainbow in a training thing when I was doing some gemstone stuff, and I went, oh, I don't know. And everyone's like, it's the Richard of York. I went, never heard of it. Never got taught. Well, maybe I did, and maybe I just didn't listen that day. One of the obvious things I should have learnt. I was probably skiving that day. 100 carats of diopside. I loved school, I just didn't get that. 100 carats of diopside. The colour in here is insanely gorgeous, very deep, very, very intense. But it's got a higher glow, it's got a higher refraction, a higher glow than most emeralds. So for £7.95, that is going some. That is going some. That's diopside, 100 whole carat. Beautiful.
That is absolutely outstanding.
Yeah.
It has that very desirable bottle green and it's
Totally.
super shiny.
Yeah, it is.
Loving
That
that
super
sponge.
shiny polish again is absolutely glorious. Beautiful. Sally said, sorry, I seem to have missed the answers amongst the jelly. Did you say iolite? Was there anything intelligent there? Nothing. No intelligence. Don't do intelligence. Over to Jem for that, quite frankly.
Yeah, iolite
so
is my
iolite.
go-to, but also there are certain strands of Tanzanite which I would use as well,
Yeah.
because you get that beautiful blending. You get quite a hot heat behind the blue, and that sort of elevates it.
Okay, fabulous.
I don't know what Frank was trying to tell you there just then, but he was here.
Frank, is Frank Fred's brother?
I forgot.
I forgot the fly's name. It's all right, he won't hold it against you. He won't even know. He can't hear you, won't remember. Yeah, thank you, Sally. Yeah, so it was a bit mayhem and madness this evening. But we're blaming the fry. The fly? Oh, give up. Right, pop those back. How long have we got left in this hour? 1 minute. Okay, let's do box 9 then, shall we? Let's see. I'm sure we can manage to get these in for you. Right, 9 to 5 sterling silver, and then I think we all deserve a slice of cake or something. Let's just get the sugar charged up again. 9 to 5 sterling silver, twist square tube spaces. We're having fun though, aren't we? That's the main thing.
Oh, absolutely, always, darling.
What it's all about. £4.90. I only come for a giggle. £4.95. 10 pieces of 25 sterling silver on the telephone lines and on the web. You've got those beautiful, beautiful twists. 10 by 2. You've got 10 pieces of 95. Done. Oh, yeah, lost it. Oh, dearie me. Oh, right, we'll have a breather soon. We'll get ourselves together. I'd like to say it'll all be better after this. It won't. It probably won't, quite frankly, because we're coming back to the deal of the day. Oh, actually, it's not the deal of the day, it's the must-have. Right, I'm going to go and have a word with myself. I will see you at the other side of this, hopefully, and a bit of a oosa. Ah.
Did you know that when you book a Jewellery Maker workshop, you're given exclusive access to our Jewellery Maker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre.
Buying from Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When we bring an item to you, all the graphics come on screen, and this gives you all the information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So, when you see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number, and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, you can join us at www.jewellerymaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, the one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
We here at Jewellery Maker love to hear your feedback. So working in conjunction with FIFO, a global ratings and reviews provider, when you purchase a product from JM, you will receive an email asking you to rate our service and our products. This helps us to bring you excellent customer service and ensure we're bringing you value for money and high quality goods. Have your say with Jewellery Maker FIFO reviews.
Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information. If you have a question or a query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2, or alternatively you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
Hello, welcome back to the show. We've got, well, I say we've got ourselves together. What have you dropped? One of the elephants is trotting off to the circus. Welcome back to the show. My name's Ruth. We're going to take you through to 10 o'clock tonight for the next couple of hours. And we've got today's must-have. Really pretty, brand new, really, really pretty. You're going to love these. Rose stars. They're so cute. Rose quartz stars. They are incredibly, incredibly beautiful. Really, really pretty. Check these out. They're so feminine, they're so soft, they're so demure. You've got this lovely pretty pink coming through from the rose quartz. It's a 15 centimetre strand. It's a smaller strand, but you've got a lot packed on there still. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 of your rose quartz stars. And they're pretty big pieces. They're 15 millimetres. Every single one packed onto that strand. Almost looks like sort of spun candy floss, sort of cotton candy within the gemstone, but they are so gorgeous. And of course, depending on how you thread those, whatever you're going to put them on, obviously because you've got those areas of transparency right the way through the stars, you're going to see whatever goes through. So if you've got a really sort of hot pink thread going through, that's going to really sort of burst through out of the star. They are so gorgeous. Just again, one of those on a little head pin dropping down would be beautiful, but a lovely necklace with several of those sort of placed around would be incredibly cute. Obviously a ring using one of those, absolutely gorgeous, but I think a really fun shape as well. Obviously I love anything like this. When you start to play with these sort of shapes, I think they go to a different level. They are today's must-have, and I think you absolutely must have them. They're gorgeous. This is a crazy price that we've got lined up for you on these today. Seriously crazy. Because today we are managing to get these in and get these down to just £5.95. Yep. Amazing. And there's about 12 on that strand, so there's quite a lot on there still, yet they're really very sizable. And if we look at them sort of size on, they're not flat in terms of sort of wafer thin, they're a good depth to them. You've got a really nice sort of 3D feel to those stars. I mean, we're not putting the price up on those, they've gone down to £5.95. 80 carats of rose quartz, but they are just so stunning. And I think these will go across the ages as well, don't you? I think that sort of whether you're slightly younger or slightly older, I think for what they sort of represent, I mean, they're really pretty.
They're absolutely glorious. I like rose quartz. I'm not a pink person, generally speaking, but rose quartz is just beautiful. Something mystical about it. You can really lose yourself in it. Stars and hearts and trees and things from nature are always super popular.
They are.
And I think if you were to use one of these in the centre of a macrame bracelet, you'd make your money back from the strand and you'd have the rest of them to play with.
Yeah, lovely little friendship bracelet, even just simply sort of on a little piece of cord or a piece of sort of string would look absolutely gorgeous, wouldn't it? A little piece of pink wrapped around a card. You could have a little sort of poem or something that you could write on there if you were sort of passing those on. But they are gorgeous. Whoever is the star in your life. £5.95. Well done, Jan, John, Irene, Maggie, Michelle, Brian, Lynn, Kelly. Loads of you coming in on those. And at £5.95, they are just great for Christmas again. And actually, if you're thinking maybe about doing little wine glass charms for Christmas, they'd look quite pretty actually, wouldn't they?
Oh, they would. Really
gorgeous.
Lovely. Yeah.
Different. I'm actually making some. We're going to a dinner party at our neighbours in a couple of weeks, and I thought as a little present I'd make everybody a little wine glass charm.
Aww.
And just take them, and something like that would actually be really nice because they're not, even though they're pink and they're not too girly either. You could really sort of you could send them, you could take them either way. You could make them very girly, obviously, if you wanted to. But imagine those with some metallics in there as well would look quite fabulous.
That would look amazing. Also with maybe some small bronzite. We sometimes bring cross corner drilled cubes of bronzite.
Yeah.
And I think that would be a fabulous
really
combination.
Dynamic.
Something really different.
Yeah, lovely. Just add them to, that is literally an add to your order price, isn't it? At £5.95. They're really lovely. Super work on those. Hold the telephone lines. Glenda, well done. You've just checked out yours as well. They're gorgeous. Sue said, sorry, I'm getting tapped by the fly. Consummate professionals, if only JM could afford to employ some. Yeah, sadly, no. Sadly, it's just us tonight. Sadly, or maybe I should just probably say me, to be fair. I shouldn't. No, she's, yeah.
I'm right there with you, Anne.
Right there alongside me. Yeah, we're doing well tonight, aren't we? It's amateur hour of this one as well. Right, so £5.95. Very well done on those. Congratulations, beautiful. Kerry's messaged in as well. Kerry said, perfect for wish bracelets. I think that's what I'm trying to get to in terms of little wish bracelets, where you just have one sort of signature piece on a coloured thread, and you can wrap them around the cards, can't you? And it's really nice to have those on a gift card as well, but something that somebody could keep.
Definitely, and then you can just hold on to that until your thread breaks. Freeze your wish.
Ah.
I believe that's how it works.
I think, yes, because you are just meant to wear them, aren't you? There you go. Make a wish on your bracelet. Lovely. Thank you, Kelly. Fabulous. Well done. Right, let's pop those. Where am I putting those? I'm putting those on the T-bar. There we go. Nice and easy. And you probably noticed I'm wearing a pretty fabulous necklace. This is something that Jem has made from the second kit that's coming up for you at 9 o'clock. It's so pretty. Love it. I like the way it moves as well.
Yeah, he's very curvy.
He's very curvy. I like it though. I like it because it moves. It literally looks like he's in flight.
Somebody
Fabulous.
posted a photograph on social media the other day of their tattooed foot, which had a dragonfly on it, and a dragonfly landed just above it. It was the most perfectly
wow.
timed photograph ever.
Oh wow, that's amazing. Bet that hurt though, on your foot. Not the dragonfly landing on it, obviously. That would have just tickled. Right, lapis lazuli. Look at these. Oh my word. Oh gosh, these are beautiful. Have I ever seen these before? These are just, oh wow, these are very, oh look at that one, that's a little cutie. These are really fab. 225 carats of lapis lazuli, your smooth shape cabochons. Pretty stunning. Now I would be very tempted to get a couple of these because obviously you are going to get different shapes. They're all completely natural. And this one I've got here is totally different to the one that you're seeing there sort of spinning around on screen, because look at that, you've got that, look at that little dinky dot. That's really cute, I like that one. And normally for me, I love these big sort of slices that you get, these big sort of lozenges of your gemstone. But obviously, horses for courses, you could actually, imagine if you wanted to, you could make a really fabulous design. You could actually, a bit like the British state crown when you've got the big, well, it's called the Timor ruby, but it's a spinel, isn't it, actually? And then you've got a ruby actually on that. People think it's the other way around, but the big sort of red gem at the centre, got one gem on another gem. It could work really, really nicely on those. £11.95. I've only got 20 of these, but they are super gorgeous. You might get more of the ovals, more of the trilliant shapes, the pear shapes, but they are really, really wonderful to work with. And I love wire wrapping. I'd want to wrap those within an inch of their lives, and perhaps to go with some of the bare copper.
It would look amazing with bare copper. I mean, that is exquisite stone right there. You do have that perfect sprinkling of the pyrite within.
Gorgeous.
And I think you're absolutely right. Either with an antique bronze or with a raw copper, it's just going to enhance beautifully.
Yeah. They're so lovely, these are. But I would be tempted to get a couple because you will get different shapes. You're definitely going to get 225 carats, but you're going to get different shapes, and more importantly, potentially, you're going to get different sizes. I love that little one. That is so, so cute. A little bubble one, it's beautiful. £11.95, Gordon, congratulations. It is, it's really sweet. I'd like that as a ring. I think that's so, so divine. Fabulous. They're all absolutely beautiful. Oh, Sue said he's a bit steampunky. Fab necklace.
Thank you very much, Sue.
It is. I like it. I like it. It might be flying away with me later on. It won't. Yeah, it's gorgeous. So you're going to get, I mean, there's some fantastic pieces coming up from the next kit, which I think you're going to be really, really inspired to have a little bit of a go at. So well done, the lapis lazuli. They are definitely worth having in your stash. That's for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You've got 7 on there, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on this. So again, you may get 7, you may get 6, you may get a different number, but you will get 225 carats worth. So rather lovely. Congratulations on those. Gorgeous. Right, popping those back into the box. And let's dive into... Ooh. These glow a little bit. They're so fabulous. This gemstone always looks like it's kind of got the light shining from within. It looks like it's got a little torch and it's shining out. 300 carats, brand new 300 carat strand of prehnite centre drilled fancy slices. That makes me hungry straight away. A fancy slice. Ooh,
it's like a key lime
yum.
pie with kiwi slices on top.
Oh, yummy. I make a good key lime pie, I do.
Very good.
One of well, I say key lime pie, it's probably more of a lime cheesecake, to be fair. I haven't made it for a while, but it's very, lovely. Kind of hits you at the back of the mouth, doesn't it?
As it should.
Yum, 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 yum. See all of that from strand of prehnite. But this is a South African gemstone. Originally, prehnite we see from the Wave Hill sort of area in Australia, named after a gentleman called Colonel Hendrik von Prien. But it is just such a superstar. It's got that wonderful, wonderful glow, and the little inclusions you're seeing within here are absolutely lovely. They really make the gemstones stand out, and you can see straight away that they're natural. Can't quite believe you're getting so much on this strand for so little. For £4.95. They are jam-packed onto there, and you can see right the way across that strand, look at the different slices that you've got. You've got different depths, you've got different widths. They've all got that, again, really fantastic polish on here. And I think that is something we do so very well, because it's all well and good having a great gemstone, but if it's not taken to that extra length, to that finish, and having an amazing polish, There's no point. You've got to go from the beginning, every single stage, you've got to complete it perfectly. But aren't they just wonderful? See, for me, straight away, I would have to team that with perhaps a little sprinkling of black spinel to bring out the little black inclusions. It'd kind of be almost a shame not to, really, wouldn't it?
I agree. Also, it does team very nicely with the smoky quartz as well.
Yep.
Or if you're lucky enough to hit on chocolate pearl day, chocolate pearls with a prehnite is just ideal.
Oh, lovely. In fact, do you remember, I'm just thinking about the champagne pearls we had earlier on.
That's lovely.
That would be quite nice, wouldn't it? If you managed to get the champagne pearls, they'd look really nice together. It's not as strong as the smoky quartz, it's a softer, but they look beautiful.
Certainly an interesting combination.
It's different, isn't it?
Yeah,
and obviously you've got a different sort of effect from the pearls that, as to the prehnite, because you've got obviously different gemstones, end of story. But you've got different shapes working on there as well. And we do have a little bit. Let me bring this strand in as well, just so you can see. See, look at that with the black.
Oh, yeah.
Instantly a bit of evening glamour going on there. So they look fab, don't they?
They do.
We like that. That's thumbs up all round, I think, that one. But £4.95, very well done. And a long strand, 38 centimetres. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous on that one. So very well done indeed. Number 5, whoa, these are gorgeous. Oh my God, look at those. They're going to work with a wire in the next kit.
Yeah.
These are glorious. And actually, with Unakite, this gemstone looks so, so stunning. It's been a long time since I've seen this particular strand, this size faceted. They are amazing. Sunstone, goodness gracious me. They're beautiful.
That is exquisite
Wowee.
gemstone.
Aren't they gorgeous? Don't they look absolutely phenomenal? The colours that you've got, they are absolutely superb. Those russet reds. This is a really, really hot gemstone. 15 carats. They are glorious. I mean, sunstone has been, I mean, it's an ancient, ancient gemstone. It's got a very high refractive index, and we kind of heard about this originally from the early American settlers, actually. But this appearance that you've got, this kind of glittering appearance within the gemstone, within the sunstone, is all of these tiny sort of little almost copper platelets within the gem give it this fantastic striking appearance. They look like they've been sprinkled in glitter. They're absolutely superb. 15 whole carats worth, approximately 3 by 2. Gorgeous with those pearls again. I've got to grab the pearls again. Are these all gone? I hope these haven't all gone, because they just, again, look absolutely lovely alongside the pearls. They look amazing alongside the Unakite that we've got coming up for you as well, because it kind of brings out that coppery orange.
Yes, it
or
does.
That red.
Yeah.
They look beautiful. There's the details of your pearls. I definitely grab a strand of those because they work brilliantly with the prehnite strand, and again with your sunstone. They're only £5.95, those pearls as well. I'd definitely be inclined to grab hold of those. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to be a little bit naughty. I am just going to flip ahead very quickly and just show that together, because I really like those. And they're nice because they're different. They give you a different character, don't they?
It absolutely does. Unakite, for me, is very definitely an any gender gemstone.
Yes.
It sort of crosses the genders.
100%. Yeah.
But when you pop it with the sunstone, it gives it a real feminine lift and sparkle, and I really like that. I would not have done that myself, so thank you.
It's quite all right. That's quite. And we all have different choices. Some people will like that, some people won't. That's why we're all different, isn't it? We've all got different personality and different character. But I really like those two together. But that has just the most wonderful adventure essence actually coming through from the gemstone. Really, really, really pleasant on the eye. Really quite exciting on the heart. And very nice to work with. Lovely. You can actually make your sort of beady beads with those as well, because they're a really nice size and spectacular price point. £17.95. You're not going to go wrong with those, that's for sure. But they are so lovely. You've got almost like little touches of like a strawberry sort of orange in there as well. They are fabulous. But at £17.95, we've totally squashed that price, that's for sure. So very, very well done indeed on that one. Beautiful. Lovely jubbly. Oh, the hearts. These are cute.
Those are dramatic, aren't they?
They really are. And again, this is really nice choice because you think of a heart shape and you're going to think of a gem that's maybe that's pink or red or something like that. But to go with the black obsidian is a totally different look. They're really lovely. And it's quite a jet black, but yet there seems to be a lot of life and energy within the gemstone somehow. Really lovely on that one. I mean, again, I would want to drop those down as earrings. I'd want perhaps a little charm coming off those as well. But again, you've got that lovely sort of puffy heart that you're seeing on there. They're really lovely. 200 carats and they are natural. Really wonderful. You're going to use these whichever way, even if you just have those in your stash right now, whether they're coming down as a single pendant. I mean, they're sizable enough to be on their own, 100%, aren't they?
Definitely, yep, most definitely. I'd love them with the rose quartz stars and with that beautiful strand of prehnite slices. I think the colour
that would be lovely,
would be just immense.
If you had a prehnite necklace,
yes,
with the bits of prehnite, and then you had a heart drop sort of dropping down on a lariat or as a pendant, that would be amazing.
Yep. Perfect.
Very dramatic, but really personal almost, something quite different.
Yeah,
That would
and
be
also
really nice.
really nice as cufflinks.
Oh,
good
wow,
size.
lovely. That's a really nice idea. I really like that, and it's better than those because you often get if you wear you've got your shirts or your blouse and you've got the little cufflinks. You often get those little sort of material knots, don't you? Which
yes.
tend to come and you're like no, tend to come with your shirt and you're like no. But yeah, they look lovely. £8.95, 200 carats of black obsidian. 0800 644 655 the telephone lines. And of course, just as I'm going to go stretching, just on a stretchy bracelet like that, that would still look absolutely fantastic as well, wouldn't it? Gorgeous. All you need there, maybe a couple of little silver spaces just to make a feature on the front there as well. But they're lovely. South Yorkshire, well done Glamorgan. Lincolnshire, loads and loads for you there. They are fantastic. At £8.95. Beautiful. 200 carats, congratulations. Really well done indeed on those. They are fabulous. Well done, congratulations. Beautiful. 5 or 6 those in baskets as well that need to be checked out on. So make sure you're grabbing hold of those. I think they just kind of do the job, don't they? You're under no sort of, well, you know that they're the hearts. You can see them straight away. Can't think of my word. You're under no...
They're very obvious. No illusions.
Illusion. Thank you very much. Good job you're here. Yeah, well done. Add those to your order. Congratulations on those, well done. Fantastic. Moving on, right, popping those back and let's go. It's my dove impression.
I like it.
Is it all right?
Yeah, I like it.
My dove, I haven't worked on it, but it's my little... Liz Dolphin's pretty amazing. Yeah, you can give me the dolphin again because it sounds ace.
Every time.
I love it. My husband's, well, my sister-in-law I suppose now actually, she does an amazing dolphin as well. Yeah, like incredible. I love yours, but yeah, you can have a dolphin off. Laura Binding's daughter, does she do a good dolphin as well? There you go. So the talents that we have here at Jewellery Maker are endless, including my dove impression. White shell birds. That's better than a seagull though, isn't it? Let's be fair. These are really cute. First time I've ever seen these.
They're adorable.
They're really pretty. I mean, I would want a little pair of earrings on those. I think they'd be really sweet. Obviously flying the right way round rather than up, because some of those are a bit upside down right now, aren't they? They're Australian. But you've got the little eye in the bird as well, which is really cute. And again, you know what they are. They're not a really intricate cutting on the shell, but they're enough so you know exactly what they are straight away, aren't they?
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh yeah, imagine one of those perhaps placed onto a tree of life design.
Perfect.
2, you'd need 2, wouldn't you?
Oh,
2 love doves.
Love doves or lovebirds, yeah.
Lovebirds.
Definitely.
That sounds a bit more romantic than my love doves, doesn't it? Especially with my slightly Leicester accent coming out, it's a love dove.
When the dove of love comes from above. Sorry, I don't know where that came from.
Do you remember that though? It was Vic Reeves, I think, wasn't it? The dove from above. Shooting stars, see? Many moons ago. They'd be lovely on cards. Maybe you're making your own wedding invitations or something, and you could have the little dove on there. They'd be really cute.
Oh, how
Loads of things you could do on
adorable.
those.
Yeah.
They're so
A couple
sweet.
of years ago, I made a miniature bird cage. I made a tiny one, just a couple of inches across, and I popped a couple of those in it.
Cute.
But they had the door open so they could fly out if they wanted to.
Nice, nice. Kept them nice and fed and watered. They're really pretty, and of course because they're the white shell, you've got that lovely sort of dance that you're seeing on the side of them. They're so cute and very nicely drilled. Obviously, you've got sort of the top to bottom drill. So imagine those on a just dropped on a head pin, quite simply,
or on a head pin with a wrapped loop onto a small length of chain, so they swing. I think they're really cute as well.
They're so sweet. They are.
Mm.
They'd make nice little wish bracelets as well. Loads you could do those. They work out about 30p each. Not bad for a little shell bird, is it? Very cheap.
I see what you did there.
Cheap. Oh, I'm here all night. £5.95. Oh, £5.95. Very well. If I carry on with jokes like that, I won't be. £5.95. Janet, John, Brian, collector in Somerset. Congratulations. Straight in on those. They are lovely. I've got the little. We did little shells of these quite some time ago, and little stars, and I still work with them. I love them. Love them. And they are very often requested. If you're making jewellery for maybe your family members for Christmas, even perhaps younger generation as well, I think little pieces like this are so lovely. They make gorgeous jewellery pieces, but actually I think they get a lot of people interested. If you're working maybe with your children, your grandchildren, I think having little shapes like this not only help to get people interested in gemstones, but also then in the actual jewellery making. I think it's a nice way to start.
Definitely.
They're so cute.
Again, with wine glass charms.
Yeah, really nice.
Maybe on your napkin rings.
Lovely. Nice for Christmas again.
On the outside of the cracker, maybe.
There's loads you could do.
Yeah.
They just have those. They're so sweet. We like those. Right, let's grab hold of, wow, now it's totally, totally different. These are going to wake and shake you up. These are kind of a holiday colour. But ding, look at these. You can't be down in the doldrums if you're wearing gemstones of this kind of flavour. Simple as that. Simple as that. Blue quartzite, and these are a bargainous opportunity. If you are lucky enough to be going on your winter holidays, maybe you're going on a cruise or you're going somewhere fabulous. Can I come? £2.95 for 150 carats. You see, I look at colours like this and I just think linen trousers, little vest top, on your balcony with your gin and tonic, and you're just about to go down for your evening meal. Yeah.
I'm away with you.
And then we're back in the real world. So £2.95. But they do, it is that holiday colour. And these go with so much. Pearls, you can mix your blues, your greens, your pinks. You can really sort of neon these up. Or you can make, sort of keep them very, very much sort of calmer. But it's just a fab colour to work with, isn't it? Oh. £2.95 as well.
Most definitely. Quartzite is a lovely gemstone. It's kind of underappreciated. It's very interesting.
So. I think because of the colours that you can get with quartzite.
Yes.
I think that's what we should celebrate. It might not be the rarest of the gemstones, but it doesn't have to be, because what it offers to us in terms of variety of colours is far more exciting than some other gemstones that perhaps are a lot more rare. And a nice size to start with if you are starting jewellery making, 8mm, nice start to work with, even, again, just simply for sort of pure stretches if you want to start with that gemstone. You've not got to worry about sort of perhaps if you're starting out, if you're working with a Tanzanite or a really precious gemstone, quartzite, because it is a little bit more available at a price like that, you can relax a little bit and enjoy it maybe a little bit more. You certainly can. You can throw more at your designs. Yeah, totally. Loads of you loving this. So pleased. Lots of you buying 2s of those as well. So I don't blame you, because they're really cute. Really cool. What is it at the end of October? Halloween! So exciting! Halloween, right. This is good. I hope I'm with you at some stage over Halloween. I remember a couple of years ago when we were in our other studios dressing up for Halloween. I had the biggest hair. It was amazing. Just literally, I was like, is that a wig? I'm like, no, it's all mine. All back combed. It was brilliant. Do you remember that? Yeah, it was good. I liked it. It's nice as well because you can just basically just get up in the morning and just come in. It's just horrifying. Right. Orange coloured dyed quartz. Again, same price. In fact, let's bring the other ones back out, because look at those together. They're a bit fun. They're a bit fun and fabulous. Oh, actually, if you've got the little doves, if you've got the little birds, with those juicy sort of almost cherry coloured, the orange cherry, they'd look quite fabulous together. You can make some lovely sort of holly and the ivy sort of Christmas designs with those. The holly and the ivy. £2.95. I love a Christmas carol, I do. Christmas songs, I love them. Love them. Oh, I see. Suddenly, see, once we get to Halloween, we're one step closer. Then we've got bonfire night, and then we can start to do Christmas. Then I'll be ready. It's fair game then, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. We've gone through the other stages. It's exciting then. Christmas. 220 carats of your orange dyed quartz, slightly larger on those, but they are a really lovely colour. When we say orange, they're kind of a really juicy reddish orange. Should we just count? 2, 4, oh, let me try that again, hold on. Here we go, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20-ish, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, about 40 on there. I'm not going to... Didn't I tell me off then? I think he might have, didn't he? Why bother counting if you can't count properly? So what's that approximately each? There's 40, £2.95, you're looking at about 7 pence.
Whoa.
See, at that price as well, if you are thinking of using genuine gemstones on your table settings for Christmas, or you're making napkin rings and you wanted to have some holly and the juicy berries, 2 of those, 14p. World's your oyster. You can't go wrong with that, can you? So very, very well done indeed on those. They're lovely. They're really bright and refreshing. I love them. Hi, Sissy. Nice to see you there staying. Oklahoma. Can't remember the rest of the song. Cambridgeshire, Lincolnshire. Mike would say, why start to sing it if you can't remember the rest of the song? 250, true. 250 carats. Very, very well done indeed on those. Beautiful. Right, and... these are perfect. Tiger's Eye nuggets. Oh, my goodness me. These are, wow, these are wonderful actually. They're really, really nice. Top drilled drops. Very difficult for me to say today. These are cute. These are really, really cute. High polish. You've got that amazing chatoyancy coming through on every single one of the gems. They almost look like teeth, little drops. They're gorgeous. Tiger's eye teeth, and then you've got those individual silver sort of spaces in there, which obviously you're going to use as well. But you can certainly see, if you think about the tiger's eye, you can think about the colours of the tiger. You've got those, the chatoyancy is amazing actually on those. You've got chocolates, you've got the lattes, the caramels, the top, £3.95. You've got a lot of gemstones there for £3.95. How good is that? I mean, look at those. That's just, oh well, you could literally just have that as a pretty fantastic necklace, couldn't you? The way that they've been designed to sit, or maybe just have a little selection of those at the front of a necklace. It's a bargain, that, isn't it? £3.95.
Definitely. They're so beautiful in that shape when you cluster them together on a drop chain. So you'd have a length of maybe 7 links of chain, and then one at the bottom, next link up, just a little simple wire wrap. They work really well.
They are really fat. You could have a big sort of chandelier, like a sort of a chandelier drop, like a sort of a big cluster of them all.
Like
in
grapes.
Sort of a, yes, yeah, they look fab. Oh yeah, love that. £3.95, gorgeous. Very, very best of luck indeed on those. They're really cute. Very, very well done. You've been picking up loads of bargains tonight, which is kind of the aim of the game as well, isn't it? So they are wonderful. They're absolutely glorious. So £3.95. We've had the last 3 strands under £10, haven't we? That's amazing. That's amazing. Right, okay, we've got a star buy to bring to you, which is so delightful. I think you're going to love it. Yeah. Kind of, yeah. Can't believe it. Cut me off. Cut me off in
mid-pun.
Mid-pun. I worked for ages on these puns. Mike, you and I used to be really good friends. We are. It's going to be awkward now at work. Right, So Delight. Brand new. Brand new. It's going to be awkward till you buy those donuts. 300, I won't forget, 340 carats of So Delight, brand new. These are pretty, are we liking these, Gem?
We love them.
Why? What is it about this gemstone, or what is it about this strand that you love?
It's absolutely stunning. You've got a really super glossy sodalite finish.
Yeah.
You've got a beautiful, perfect mix of the calcite and the blue stone. It reminds me a little bit of blue spot jasper as well. But to have the facets on there as well really lifts it. You don't always see sodalite this very, very good.
No. And I mean, you were just saying about that gloss, that sort of almost glossy finish that you're seeing from the gemstones. They almost look like they're wet. They're that glossy.
Yes.
They're so fabulous. Beautiful polish on every single one of those gems, and really sizable. We're talking 12 millimeters here. Obviously your 4, 6, 8, 12 millimeters, you've got a really, really super size. And this just most beautiful, the way that the colours blend together in here, I think is fantastic. These swathes of colour that are going all the way through in this gemstone, totally natural, but you've got these darker blues of almost like a cashmere sapphire against this powder blue that's incredibly, incredibly pretty. But there is just so much to each and every one of the gemstones. They all behave slightly differently because of that mixture of tone, because of the mixture of the pattern that's happening on the gemstone. You could pick out those whiter tones with pearls, you could pick out the deeper blues with sapphire, but either way you've got some pretty fantastic examples of this gemstone. These are African in origin. You do get sodalite from various different regions, Australia, Brazil, but these are spot on their game. If I said to you $15.95, I think you'd be excited. I only got 100, but I'm not going to say $15.95 at all. I'm going to take the one away and do $5.95 on these today. Is that good, bad, ugly? Not. That's amazing. Astounding. Genuinely, the sheer quantity of facets that have been put onto each bead is absolutely blowing me away. Yeah. Think about if you had to learn how to be a lapidrist, how long it would take you to do one of those your first day on the job. Well, I mean, it's years. A technique like that is very often passed down. It's passed down, isn't it, generation to generation, and it's something that is learnt years and years of skill. I tried my hand at fasting a gemstone when I was in India, and we've worked with gemstones for so long. You kind of have, there's a little bit of bravado when you go and thinking, well, I'm probably going to be. Maybe I'll be all right. Rubbish. I mean, seriously rubbish. When you had to go and try to do it with a gem, putting it a piece of rough, putting it on the dob stick, having a little go, and it was one of the machines where it kind of guides the hand a little bit as well, and picked it up and there's one here, there's one there. It was just nightmare. And then you really do appreciate when you see a round like that and every single one of these facets is at the right angle, at the most uniform angle, so that it's reflecting the light. It is a skill. It is a talent that is learned, that literally can take years and years of training to do. So even just that is amazing. Even just the time and the quality is phenomenal. But mixed with the fact that these are natural gemstones as well, because don't forget what you've got as one gemstone. It's not just a question of that gemstone would have come in just a slightly little bit sort of larger than that. Chances are your rough could have been much, much bigger. When you get a rough piece of gemstone, it's then brought down something called cobbing. It's cobbed down to sort of a smaller rough size. If you've got a rough gem and you want a round, then it's going to be roughly cobbed down again, down again, until every single facet. The wastage is massive. So if you're getting a 12mm gemstone, that would have started out life so much bigger. So to get something like that is pretty incredible when you realise everything that's kind of gone on behind the scenes, in essence, isn't it?
I totally agree, yeah.
They're adorable. £5.95, and it's just showing you what we're doing here is about giving you the opportunity to own these kind of gemstones, because if we wanted to, we could have gone higher on that. We could have gone so much higher on that, but let's just share them. It's as simple as that. They are really, really wonderful. Very special strand indeed on that. Talking about a special strand, right, chrome diopside. Well, if I said $29.95 for chrome diopside, I'd be surprised because of the colour. If I said a Jewellery Maker price of $19.95, I'm going to be way out. They're adorable. That colour is, that's going to make if I had a strand of emeralds right now, they would be begging me to run away. They would not want to sit alongside this strand of diopside, because chances are they would be much more included, they would be much more muted, they would be not refracting anywhere close to that. I tell you what, I am a little bit offended by that price point. I am, in a nice way, because for you at home it's absolutely super brilliant, but Are we close to devaluing a gemstone strand if we're going to do that at $4.95? Just a question, but you know, for everything I know about gemstones, 50 carats of diopside on these beautiful nuggets, and yeah, okay, they're not faceted, but they are nuggets. We've still got to make sure every single one is drilled and is on that strand, and you've still got amazing consistency and glow and colour. For £4.95.
With
amazing.
The kit in the 9 o'clock hour, absolutely spot on, I think. Also, when you take a gemstone of this intense colour to a price that you can use it for home decor items like your Tree of Life, that to me is just immense. I love this gem in a Tree of Life.
Perfect for that though, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Absolutely perfect. And you know, don't get me wrong, I'm delighted that so many of you are having the chance to own it, because it is a special strand. It really is. And that colour, if you love your green gemstones as well, green can be a very earthy gemstone, a very natural gemstone, but this is really, really on fire in terms of colour. Last 8 chances. Margaret's got hers. Angela, well done. Jenny, Karen, Julie, Philippa, Alison, sorry if I'm not read your name out. There's lots of you still coming through. Kay's just got hers. Wendy's there, Annette, they're going to go. Of course they are. Very, very well done indeed. That's super work, and that just shows you our buying power. Simple as the car. I don't know what another explanation can be, quite frankly. So yeah, very, very beautiful work on those. Well done. Right, should we do the jump rings? Let's jump into the jump rings. These are luscious. Look at all of these. Oh. These are fantastic.
The multitudinous.
Can we not do them? Dun, 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 dun. Okay, we're just double, triple checking whether we can do them or not. Don't know if they're going to happen or not. Phil's on it. He's having a little look. Can't have enough jump rings though, to be perfectly honest. I nearly ran out the other day and had to do another order. I know, as if that ever happens, quite frankly.
Was it heart in mouth moment?
Well, it was, but luckily I know a man who can, so I rang in. Hello, I need some jump rings. It's because I've been making lots of my stretchy bracelets, and I'm just addicted to adding in a couple of jump rings, or just adding 2 and then a couple of gemstones. I just, yeah.
Perfect. Yeah,
love
it looks amazing.
No, not happening. Oh no, don't worry. We've got plenty more delights.
Do you want me to tidy those away for you, sweetheart?
Well, thank you, darling. I am nearly... I mean, Phil could have told me before, do you know what I mean? That's fine. No, I'm joking. We're nearly there. Don't worry, we'll make it up to everybody. Let's make it up to you, because... Tourmaline. There we are, hiding against my pearls. Let's do a tourmaline treat, one of my favourite gemstones. Oh, Phil. We've got a bit of a theme going on all of a sudden, haven't we, price-wise here? Incredibly low. They are gorgeous. These are too lovely. You can't... I do object to this a little bit. Tourmaline is my gemstone. I'm known as the tourmaline queen. These are stunning. Imagine that strand as a necklace or a bracelet with one of the little elephant charms dropping down on there. How cute. I know. $4.90. It's not right, that's not, is it? $4.95 for tourmaline. Look, can I just say, just look at the colours. Again, unisex. That's a lovely unisex strand.
It is. What a great way to get a variety of colours in a unisex design.
Yeah. And you've got those wonderful, we know what you mean. We've got those lovely colours, because tourmaline, you're obviously looking, tourmaline, you get Paraiba tourmaline, you get rubellite, you get indicolite, you've got the cuprins, the golds. There are so many wonderful flavours from tourmaline, hence the name tourmaline, coming from, meaning mixed precious stones. They are so wonderful, and you can really feel that they're coming from the earth somehow. Whenever I see tourmaline, I don't know why, but I always feel the connection with Mother Nature with tourmaline. I don't know why, but I just do. And imagine actually that as a double strand with maybe a jump ring, actually connecting the two and sort of moving freely. You can do what you want, but they are gorgeous. 25 carats of real genuine tourmaline, and they're a lovely size, so beautiful. You have a little selection on necklace, and you can have some chain link, a little selection. Gorgeous. Look at all of those colours in there. Beautiful. You'd be transfixed, literally like wearing a rainbow of colours. They're so beautiful. You'll love those. gorgeous. And you can use them as accents as well if you wanted to, alongside, and if you've got another gemstone strand, you might want a little pop of colour, and you might be sort of going on a bit of a journey, a little bit of a rainbow of colour in there. Get back into our rainbow gemstones and our jellies. £4.95. Alison, Linda, well done. Tracy, Zanelle, collector in Yorkshire. Rosalind, collector in Hampshire. Very, very pretty strand. £4.95 for real tourmaline. They are just absolutely glorious.
You know, something you just said really struck me. Use them as accents. What an absolute privilege to be able to say, I'm just going to accent this gemstone with some tourmaline.
Exactly.
It's a very highly regarded gemstone.
Hugely. Hugely.
That's amazing.
It's having that opportunity to work with such a high level gem. And again, I'm thinking against the unakite could work very, very nicely with the unakite. But you hear about the kind of the rare gemstones that are out there, the Parebas, the rubelites, the indicolites of this world. They are exceptionally, exceptionally rare, and all of the big people, the big players, the big brands have used tourmalines at some stage or another because they are such high-end gemstones. But that is a wonderful opportunity to work with a high-grade gemstone, a wonderful chance to get this in your collection and actually not feel that you've got to be really super precious or worried when you're working with it, because you've got that at such a fantastic price. But I mean, to have tourmaline on your stand as well, to be worth, definitely get an authenticity card with that, I would. It's only 25p, so definitely add that onto your order whilst you are there, because that's going to be pretty impressive actually. So some lovely colours in there, some lovely blues in there, really well done. Congratulations on those, they're fabulous. I tell you what we're going to do, we're going to bring to you a star buy, but we're going to do an extra special one because we're going to do a double star buy. These are superb. Abalone squares, double trouble. It's like me and you, Jem. Double trouble coming your way now. Abalone flat squares. These are glorious. We're going to do the larger first, and we've got the smaller ones. Stack up on these because they are so workable, so usable, and look at these for all of that colour. They're amazing. 10mm squares. You've got 38 centimetres, but look at that. You've got the emerald greens, you've got petrol blues, you've got sort of peacock tones, fabulous flashes of pinks. Every single one tells a different story. Every single one's going on a different journey. You've got sort of circular movements on this one, a larger shape on there, suedes coming through, almost diagonally cutting through. And they've got a lovely, that's cracking. £7.95, that's really good. Obviously they sit fabulously against the skin because they're flat, work beautifully on bracelets, necklaces, earrings, but there's a lot more you can do with those. You can make some pretty big feature pieces, can't you, Jem?
You certainly can, yes. You can sit them inside a frame and treat them like a mosaic, put a little bit of a background behind it to stop them turning, and you make a massive piece made up of smaller ones, and then you get to see the beauty that is abalone.
Yeah, because it really is. I mean, everyone is literally, they look like they've been painted. They're a little, sort of a masterpiece, every single square that you've got. They're so gorgeous, and a nice, you know, they're not totally, when we say that they're flat, they're not kind of paper thin at all. They've got a really nice depth to them. If I kind of show that to you sideways or flat on, you can see there they have got a really substantial depth to them. So that's your 10mm. We've got the smaller ones as well coming up in a moment. But that, I mean, what colour do you see first, actually? For me, it's the green, but then I see the pink, then I see the blue, then there's maybe a turquoise or a yellow, but they're constantly moving. In fact, if I just hold a few of those flat on, look how different they are, every single one. They're amazing. This is from Sarah. Sarah said, I made these into a set of 2 stretchy bracelets for my online jewellery store to be worn together, one with small squares and one with big ones. Yeah, which you're going to be able to do on this as well. And I'm sure they were popular. I'm sure they sold really well as well. And you can still mix it up if you want to. You can still have a sort of space to breathe. You could have some little round spaces in between those if you wanted to, or little microfaceted gemstones. If the tourmaline would work in between. I guess you can play with them, can't you?
Definitely, because you get all those different colours. I think that's a magical combination, actually. But as you say, a nice microfaceted spinel would be beautiful.
Yeah, really, really lovely. But just get them home. And actually, the very fact that they can move around as drop earrings, whether you're having one or whether you're having a couple on those, the very fact that they don't have to sit sort of flat as earrings and they have the freedom to kind of move around as well is really nice.
That is, you know, I'm just having a bit of a think, sitting them in a macrame style, but utilising a square knot where you continuously go left square knot, and then you could build up a helix with those sat inside the square knot. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that would be very funky. And actually, yeah, I think that would really work.
Oh,
brains are all ticking
now.
Might
need to get some of those out on the way out.
Have a little bit of a look. And actually, as rings, they work really nicely just to wrap around as a ring.
They are beautiful on the hand.
Look at those. They're so flat. It's such a lovely gemstone because it's also so flattering. You kind of, when you think about what pearls do and what mother of pearl does, obviously it's abalone. If you think about abalone, you think about the shell, you think about that iridescence. Because it's constantly moving against the skin, I mean, you can see it from there, the little flashes of colour that are coming through, they're brilliant. They're absolutely brilliant. You need the little ones as well. You do. Especially, I don't think I even mentioned the price on that. £7.95. So let's bring in the smaller ones. See, instantly, just seeing them side by side, you've got very much, if I do that a second, very much a dramatic feel to that. It's creating kind of a cuff style straight away, isn't it?
It is. I'd have to multi-buy on the small ones and have a row of small ones around the outside, the larger ones in the middle, another row of small ones.
Yeah, works,
wire that all together, or use your seed beading techniques to bring it together. That would be just
epic.
Delicious.
In fact, we can kind of create that. If I wrap that around like
that looks amazing.
How cool is that? That's so lovely. How amazing. And you could kind of maybe weave those together as well, couldn't you?
You absolutely could, yeah. Again, with your macrame, I know I haven't seen the demonstration, but Mark Smith has done a 3-strand macrame design, and I think you could probably adapt that to use these, get them to sit.
Really cool. Really, really nice. And actually, evening wear. Think of that as daytime wear, of course, but think of it for evening wear as well. When you're going out with your little black dress moment and you're wearing something like that, big feature bracelet on the wrist and something perhaps around the neckline as well. That's your statement straight away. This is reminding me of something, and I can't think what it is. You know, when something's tinkering around in your brain.
So I'm thinking on a line of those on a clutch bag as well. Will make your clutch bag like no other clutch bag in the world, or whatever type of bag you want to use.
Yeah, I mean, it's all those kind of peacock colours as well, isn't it? If you think that the sort of when a peacock, all the colours that you're seeing in the feathers, they're absolutely striking. Square jump ring between the abalone. Cute. Yeah, really nice. You can either go with the squares or you can kind of go against them as well, can't you? There's so many, and this is why it's brilliant, because you're also creative as well, and this is why it's so fantastic to be able to buy the strands. You split them up, you sit at home, you think, do I go with wire, do I go with stretch elastic, am I going to go with cord, am I making bracelets, am I going to go really organic, or am I going to go a little bit more funky? You get to decide, you get to put your own creative stamp on the journey of these gemstones, which is terrific, because you'll be making pieces that are fab for you, you'll be making pieces that other people are going to wear and love for a very, very long time. And how special is that? Absolutely glorious, glorious colours in there, and I think such a great strand, or a great couple of strands to work with, because surely these are going to be for everybody, because you've got all the different colours in here. Somebody you know will love green, somebody you know will love that pink, that fuchsia, that yellow. They are just so alive with colours, and look at all of that. I mean, that's like literally like seeing a painting. And you think of some of the most fantastic artists out there, just think of all the colours, the different colours that are there on the painter's palette, and it's like you're literally taking a little peek into their vision somehow. So, so stunning. Very, very best of luck indeed on those. Gorgeous. We like those. We like those a lot. And let's kind of stay with that shape, if you like, for now, and bring to some pretty epic labradorite gemstones. We never get tired of a labradorite. We love it, whatever shape, size or form it's in. These are pretty big actually for the squares. I don't think I've bought these to you before. And the blues are just beaming out of these gemstones. Goodness me. It's like a lighthouse moment. Look at those blues. Aren't they just crazy gorgeous? I love, love, love labradorite. 400 carats, I really love. 16 by 16, 38 centimetre strand, but again, it is just the quality. You start with the high quality, the high grade of the gem, and then of course you've got a facet, and that faceting is enhancing the beauty of the gem. But you've got this, I mean, look at those there. See, it's really nice to see them like that when the blue's a little bit sort of muted, if you like, so you're seeing right into the heart of the gem, almost like a moss sort of green, a very organic sort of colour. You see those blues in there just waiting to break out, and then when you see them, we're not adding anything on here, it's just that they're obviously in the light a little bit more, you get this magic, this kind of pure alchemy that comes out of the gemstone. I always think it's like midnight. You imagine midnight sky and the light cutting through, the moonlight cutting through the trees. They are magical, and actually the blue's really strong on this strand, isn't it?
It is. It's like velvet, but electric velvet, if that makes sense.
Electric velvet, yeah, I like that. Because sometimes you get the blue, or you can sometimes get the yellows coming out of there as well. And actually, they labradorite, we've got some little flashes of pinks going on there. Labradorite almost looks like it's been sprinkled with glitter, but it's all encapsulated within. It's a very, very exciting gemstone associated with, if you believe in your chakras, I think it's associated, is it the third eye chakra? Possibly. Not sure gem knows her chakras. We'll be talking about that in a moment. Possibly. £17.95, but a gorgeous, gorgeous collection of gemstones. Very, very well done indeed for adding those on, because they are amazing. Really, really amazing. And I think just having labradorite in your collection is fantastic, and to have the squares like that, they're still very dynamic. You've got that lovely faceting on there. They're beautiful. Very, very well done indeed on those. Spectacular price again at just £17.95. They work really well for bracelets, I think. Oh, we've lost one. Lost one. It's flown off the end. We'll grab that later. Wants to come home for tea. I don't know how I did that actually. It's knotted on both ends. Don't know. Right, okay. Let's dive in for, I know where I want to go, but I'll wait for you. These ones, I love them. I love them. Yeah, tiger's eye. Look at the colour. The fuchsia's bright. The fuchsia's tiger's eye. Look at these. Amazing. This would match your top gem. Very, very nice. Look at those. Beautiful. Fuchsia tiger's eye pear drops. They're so gorgeous. Love them, love them. Tiger's eye is amazing as a gemstone, but we imagine to see it in more of the sort of the toffees and the chocolates and the lattes. But obviously it will accept a dyeing treatment, so why not go with it and bring out these wonderful rich reds. But of course you're still going to see the chatoyancy coming through from the tiger's eye. I just think they are terrific. They really pop in terms of colour. And again, layers of colour. You've got hot fuchsias, you've got deeper sort of almost magentas in there as well, but so, so pretty. 60 carats of gemstone, and they are going low. So if you like that colour, if you like the gemstone, you've worked maybe with it in more of its classic form, £9.95. Very nice, very, very nice indeed. I would definitely want to accent in between there. I'd want a little bit of extra sparkle, some little faceted rondelles in between. I've got to have a bit of black spinel, because I do like a bit of black spinel with those as well.
You can set them point to point, have little bows.
Oh, cute.
Set them 4 or 5 in a cluster to make a little flower. You can very easily pop them on a head pin. It's a beginner's project.
Yeah.
Draw the ends of the head pins together and then fan the design outwards.
Gorgeous.
Really lovely also in tiaras.
Yeah, beautiful. Perfect. There's lots you can do with that shape. It's very simple, very elegant, but they're very, very versatile. And again, at £9.95, kind of giving those away at that price. I'm sure you'll agree, but a lovely, lovely quality. And they're so smooth. You need to feel these. You need to get these home and really sort of grab hold of them, because they are so tactile as well. But those colours are very, very exciting. And I think until you get them home and actually see them in the sunshine as well, you don't fully kind of appreciate just how much they're going to give to you. But that polish is beautiful, but it's not just the polish, it's the fact that you've got that incredible chatoyancy that comes out of the gemstone in rivers, in circles, every single one very, very different, but very, very juicy gemstone for £9.95. Look at all those scrumptiousness together. They're wonderful, really, really wonderful. Just divine, beautiful. The other ones, the blue ones, yeah, we've got blue ones as well. In fact, mix them up, yeah, mix them together. Oh wow, the colours work really well together actually. Gosh, they do look fab. Yeah, look at those. They're cute. You could do his and hers maybe as well, couldn't you? Now, yeah, they work together. Really deep, really seductive colours.
They are absolutely
How
stunning. The shape of the gemstone, the way it's been cut, is ideal for tiger's eye because you get that slightly broader section and it allows you to see all those beautiful ribbons.
That lovely, yeah, perfect word as well for it. It is literally, you do get those little ribbons of colour that are coming out of the gemstones. They look amazing together. Fabulous. You get different varieties of gemstones, but they really do, they kind of really do hold hands. That's a very royal blue. Very deep, very intense, but not oversaturated so that it's totally black. You wouldn't want that. It's just the right type, the right amount of saturation on those gemstones. Perfect pairs. So we'll just take, and they are a pair. They look lovely together. But I'll just take out the reds, the fuchsias, so we don't get confused. And let's just focus on those blues. Wonderful, very, very nice. Blue is your favourite colour? That might be one to go for. Imagine that with gold. I know we couldn't do them, so I'm sorry about that, but just for purposes of demonstration, imagine that with, I think the blue and the gold looks so lovely together, so rich.
It is, it's a classic combination, almost Egyptian
Yes.
in its feeling.
Yeah, it is, very much so. But that would be, I mean, you could have little gold spaces in between. It'll be very, very creative. Lots of chain link, totally your choice. But £9.95, again, on those tiger's eye are definitely worth having. They are utterly, utterly wonderful. They're gorgeous. Right, we've got so much more to do in our final hour. We've got an amazing, amazing lineup for you, including Unikite. And as you can see from the dragonfly that has landed on my neckline, just one of many pieces that Gem has created from the next kit. It's our make-off kit. You've seen some of these, the make-off kits earlier on, but we have the best. Coming up for you in the next hour. Don't go anywhere. We've got a Unikite kit coming up.
If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our 30-day money-back guarantee.
It's easy to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 65,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker. The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker Studio, Ivy House, Henley Road, Studley, B80 7DU, and make sure you don't forget your customer number. Get making and good luck. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Our brand new Get Started with Jewellery Maker page has been created to provide help and guidance for jewellery making newbies. If you need design suggestions, hints and tips, or help with perfecting your jewellery designs, we're here to help. Head over to facebook.com/getstartedwithjm, where our talented in-house designers are happy to answer your jewellery making questions, offer inspiration and get you started in your jewellery making journey. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Tune in on Monday for the JM Christmas Market, where Alison Tarry will be launching her Seed Bead Baubles DVD. Alison will get you in the Christmas spirit and get you making your tree decorations in time for the festive season. So that's Monday at 12 p.m.
Should say and Gem really there, shouldn't it? Ruth and Gem.
The Ruth and Gem Show.
Yay! Welcome back. Very, very nice to have your company this evening. We are about to bring to you an epic kit right now. Your make-off kit, the third of the day, different one obviously. And if you have been having a little look on Facebook, please make sure you go onto Facebook, have a little look at the make-off kits and put your votes there. You're going to love this. You're going to love this one. Unakite, such an exciting gemstone anyway, but your price is so exciting on this. What we've been waiting for to do, you've been having a little look obviously at the little dragonfly, well not so little really, nice big dragonfly necklace that I've been wearing, but there are so many designs here that are going to get you inspired for this kit, and it's featuring such a wonderful organic earthly gemstone really. Unakite's a very, very special gemstone. It encompasses these two very natural sort of earthy colours, doesn't it? The pinky sort of reds and the gorgeous greens. A gemstone, I know it's a gemstone you absolutely love as well, isn't it?
I do. There's something quite calming and special about it. And it brings together two colours that are so complementary to one another.
Yeah, and a lot of people, I mean, look at this jewellery for start off. They're so, so pretty, and we've teamed it perfectly, I think, with this particular bare wire, yeah, that was right, so that sounded wrong in my head then, with the bare copper wire, because we're following with that sort of slightly pinky tone that's there within the Unakite, within the gemstone. Every single one, again, has got so much to offer, from the big cabochon that's featured in this kit to the two of the rounds. You've got the 0.4, the 0.8 and the 1 mil wire included on this as well. And the gemstones are just so incredibly, incredibly intriguing. A gemstone that's very often linked to heart chakra, isn't it?
It is indeed. With your heart chakra, you are generally associating with the green colour, but pink is the second colour for your heart chakra, so it's the ideal gemstone as it blends both of those together. And
you've focused on several different designs in here featuring the heart motif as well, haven't you? I
couldn't help it. I really couldn't help it. So it's a bit of a stretch of the imagination with the dragonfly, I know, but his wings are kind of made out of 4 little hearts as well.
But you can see it once it's sort of pointed out there. You can see it. If I just move the bracelet a little tiny bit, there we go. So you've got kind of the 2 little hearts that are making the wings. So to have that heart motif against the heart as well with the gemstone,
wear it, yeah, I think it's quite empowering.
I do. The bracelet that I've just moved, actually, that's one of my favourite. Oh, I say it's one of my favourite bracelets. Problem is, you say something like that just because I love what you've done with the heart there as well. Then I look at the other bracelets, and they're also my favourites. So it's very hard. You can't pick a favourite. And I know we've not got the little tool to do it with at the moment here, but that bracelet as well. The design is so pretty on this.
I make these a lot, and I sell them a lot. They're absolutely fantastic.
I love this.
Enjoy it. It's almost Tudor, but not quite. It's sort of modern Tudor.
It's so wonderful. It literally looks like you've woven the wire. I know you kind of have, but in terms of the sort of the diamonds, the sort of angles that you've got on there, it's amazing.
It's a very pleasing design to work with as well, because if you take the extra time to just squidge the 2 little bits of finer wire at the top together, it gives you a very neat and almost machined look.
Totally.
So in terms of if you are starting out in jewellery making and you want to have a go at something like that, taking the extra 10 minutes at the end of your creation to neaten it up can really elevate your self-esteem.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful, it's a really professional finish as well. I mean, every single design is, to be fair. But let's have a little look. Let's have a little look at the strands in a little bit more detail first of all, because you're getting 2 two of the strands of the gemstones, very different sizes, which you can see straight away of the Unakite. So you've got the smaller and the larger of the strands there. And you've got 170 carats of the plain rounds, which are the 8mm. So that's the larger of the two strands. Then you've got 35 carats of the 4mm. And you can see, I mean, they do work together perfectly. Then we are adding in this cabochon. How lovely is that?
It's stunning, absolutely stunning. If you've never tried working with Unakite, if you've never been fortunate enough to see it in the flesh, I would recommend this as a gemstone that you might think that it's a bit different to what you normally work with, but it is really beautiful. Love it. Love
it is fabulous. Oh, look at that already. Sue said, wow, so much great jewellery for such a small kit price. Thank you. Amazing variety of makers, Jen. They are just gorgeous. I think they had the amethyst version and the Morganite version earlier on today, because that's what today's about, the make-off kits. So we're giving you the similar idea, similar kit, but different gemstones. You can see every designer has done something completely unique, which is brilliant. But that is fabulous. It's equally as gorgeous from the back, which is quite unique on some of the cabochon. You don't get that on every gemstone, do you?
This is very true, and that's one of the reasons that I've made the cab piece a dual feature as well.
It's so gorgeous.
It is absolutely stunning. Such wonderful quality to work with.
Shall I just show you that the way? I love this. But you wait, because that's the kind of considered the front, or is it? Because if you turn it around, the back's amazing. And explain to me again in terms of design there.
This is part of the symbol that is associated with your heart chakra, and because Unakite is so closely associated with the heart chakra, I thought I'd try and slide that in there in a kind of a secret way.
It's beautiful, but you could wear that either way.
I believe you could, yes, absolutely. I tend to make my pendant pieces with cabochons to be as jewel-faced as possible.
Yeah. Beautiful. Hello, my darling. Mirabelle said, hi, Ruth, Gem and team. Wow, stunning designs, Gem. Bold and beautiful from Mirabelle.
Thank you, darling. Thanks for being with us.
Totally agree. And Kat said, stunning, Gem. So nice to see bare wire and Unakite.
Perfect. Thank you very much. It is. It's just a beautiful combination.
Lovely. And let's have a look at your wire, actually, because that's the gemstones. You've got the two lovely long strands, that massive cabochon. Oh, I don't know where to go. And then you've got the wire. So let's hold these together. So you've got the 0.4, 0.8, and then you've got the 1mm in there as well. 10 metres, I think, of each, yeah? And they look fantastic. Now, in terms of your bare copper wire, obviously you've got slightly different kind of colours coming through there. You've got more of the sort of the rose gold colour, and then you've got more of what's kind of looking like a little bit more like an antique sort of finish.
If you want everything to match up, then what you can do is treat it with something like a liver of sulphur, or there are various other blends that you can use which are slightly less fragrant. Let's just go with fragrant, because it's not very nice. There are other things that you can do, and then you can use a sealing wax to just sort of finish that off. But I actually really like the difference between them. I do. Now, the very shiny, almost rosy copper colour, if you leave that unsealed in your work, over time that will patina just with contact with the skin and with wear, which I think is absolutely beautiful. I love being able to give that as a story yet to unfold.
Totally, and it kind of travels with you in that respect, doesn't it? Now the message, loads of messages coming in. Julie, thank you. Fab designs, Gem.
Thank you,
OMG, what a completely mad, crazy price. Had to buy the kit.
Nice.
Thing is, not everybody knows the price. So we're going to reveal it. If you didn't know what the price was going to be, if you haven't seen any of the make-off kits today, they are $14.95. That is pretty epic, considering you're going to get, well, you could have got all three of the make-off kits for like £45 today. It's incredible.
Spectacular price-wise, absolutely spectacular.
Yeah.
If you had said to me for the wire and for the cabochon, I would have been thinking $22.95.
Yeah. Well, sometimes kits 40 odd pounds.
Oh yeah, very easily. I had imagined, because of the quality of the gemstone and the generosity of the wire here, is it 30 metres all told?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of wire here. I did burn through the 0.4, because as you do is when you're weaving, but I do still have plenty left of the 0.8 and the 1. So I was expecting the whole thing to be maybe around 30.
Yeah. But $14.95. So £14.95, and you've created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces of jewellery with bits and bobs left.
There are a couple of bits and pieces, yes.
And you've not done small designs. Obviously, the dragonfly is pretty huge. The heart is fantastic. You've got some really big feature pieces. Just amazing opportunity for £15. How many pieces did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 pieces of jewellery. £15. That's just ridiculous, isn't it? In terms of what one of those pieces and your money's back. I mean, £14.95. There's no, if I was just going to say, if I said to you, Jen, please, can I have, please, no way. Suzanne said, stunning. How long have you been making jewellery, Jen?
I started my own business assembling jewellery in 2010, and I started looking a little bit further into it in 2011. It's been 3 years since I started working with wire.
See, I have to say, 3 years, considering what the talent that you have here, considering it's only 3 years, it's pretty amazing, the designs that you do. Honestly, you look at these things, and I would have said you'd have been doing this for like 10, 15 years, to be perfectly honest.
I'm just very enthusiastic and be not afraid to experiment.
Yeah. But I suppose the more you do, the quicker you pick up techniques, the more you do the consistency of making them, you're going to get quicker and quicker, and you're going to get a little bit more proficient in your craft, I suppose.
You certainly do. There is a certain social media site which reminds you what you did on a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And quite recently I saw a piece come up that I'd made 3 years ago when I first started working with wire, and I'd said something along the lines of, this took 12 hours to make, and I'm thinking, did it now?
A bit quicker now.
Little bit quicker now.
Little bit quicker. Well, look, because that price is so fantastic, we're going to add in 2 more strands. Look, this is really cute. I don't think I've seen these, and what I mean by this, that's because they're brand new. Obviously, we've got the rounds, so we're looking at this going, they're rounds, Ruth, but they're top drilled rounds.
I love them. Absolutely love.
Yeah, yes, 3. That is right. That is right. We've only got 100 of these. They're going to go really, really quickly.
It's actually quite rare that I stop mid-sentence when I overhear something in my little earwig, and that just stopped me in my tracks.
Yeah, that is pretty special. £3.95 on these. Going to have to be really, really, really quick, because I know everyone's going to multi-buy on these. When the kit was so inexpensive, you are going to add these on. So what's the benefit then of having a top drilled round rather than it going straight through the centre?
For me, the best way is that you get more of the gemstones sitting out and forwards from a design. I have the red and the green dyed marcasite in this size and drill position, and what I love to do with them is to make a macrame bracelet, but use ribbon as your strands that go and make the knots around.
Lovely.
And the ribbon sits underneath, pushing the gemstones out to the top. Nice. And it's almost like flowers coming out of a nice ribbon garden.
Yeah.
I love that. Absolutely love that.
Yeah, and you do. It's like you're kind of seeing 99.9% of the gemstone if they're sort of sitting like that. These are 30 gone straight away. So nearly a third of the stock gone, flown. They're going to at £3.95. Let's be fair, they are. And think about mixing and matching those up. Obviously, you've got the rounds, similar size. You've got the rounds in the kit, but you can see there. These are tiny. They're a tiny bit bigger. The ones, the top drilled. How big are the top drilled again, Phil? They're 8mm, so they are the same, aren't they? Do we have 8mm in the kit? Yeah, they are. They look bigger. That must be because they're top drilled then.
It must just be their positioning on the strand, because by my eye they look a little bit more generous.
They do, don't they? They're working out at 16 pence per gem.
Oh my word.
On the top drilled, 16 pence. But imagine interspersing them in your designs. You'd have the top drill kind of protruding,
yes,
and you'd have all of those sort of sitting a little bit. Fabulous to add. Kind of adding texture on a round is kind of, that's a sentence. That's a what's it sentence when it doesn't make sense. A
mutually exclusive.
Can't think of my words. But yeah, they would look fantastic.
You know, we had some drop shape fuchsia tiger's eye, which we thought about making into flowers, you could make the flower and then sit one of those in the very centre. It would cover all your workings where the wires came together, and it would just protrude like the centre of a flower does.
Well,
you know, like daisies have got quite puffy centres. It's not traditional stamens coming out.
They are incredible. Lovely colour as well, though. Really, really stunning. As we're talking about talking about the sort of the floral designs, how about, these are gorgeous. Now we know, I mean, these are freshly brought to the show, freshly stolen for you for tonight. The Calla Lily. They're a great, we didn't steal them. They are, kind of just acquired them. There's no one around tonight, so we'll have those. But look, they are the prettiest shape. Whenever we have the Calla Lily, they fly. But imagine one of those, the Calla Lilies, perhaps with a head pin shooting out of the Calla Lily, even with one of the smaller gemstones, or perhaps little black spinel or something a little bit sparkly, or even just the pure stripped back wire, maybe just turned at the end so you've got the little bead, the little bud at the end.
Yeah, definitely. That would be amazing.
Could you what, sorry? Can't see why not. So you could put this, Phil is just asking, sort of up, so to hang like that, so whether you put your string through and you put one of the smaller beads on the top drilled and then bring it back through. You could do whatever you wanted to, Phil. Whatever you wanted to do.
Play around with different threading materials.
Yeah, they are lovely. But again, drop earrings on those, the Calla Lily drop earring with perhaps some of the metal coming down on.
Definitely.
Wonderful.
A little bit of handmade chain using,
lovely.
I don't know, an infinity design, hammered links. Just a couple of links with one of those on the end, proper shoulder grazers.
Yeah, gorgeous. And actually a brooch, you can have a couple of those clustered together as a brooch.
That would be heavenly.
How fabulous would that be? And
Really
if you are
beautiful.
making corsages, maybe you're making corsages for a wedding, it might be that they work with your colour palette. How lovely to have a corsage and to actually be able to keep that as a present.
Definitely.
Because obviously they don't really make it through the day, corsages. Well, mine didn't, but it's probably because I made them. They looked a bit tatty by the time everyone's on the dance floor. But that'd be a really lovely gift to have.
It would be, and a way to keep the bridal party together. So if perhaps you had younger bridesmaids, they could have a wrist corsage. The gentlemen who were involved in the day could have the boutonniere with one or two of those in.
They're so pretty. They're a lovely shape.
They are delicious.
Hello, Helen. Helen just said, just wanted to say what a great evening I'm having. Oh, bless you. With giggles, bargains and amazing designs from Helen. Thank you, lovely.
Thank you, Helen.
And Kath said, Jem is such a great teacher and helped me so much to get further with my wire work. Oh, darling. We're feeling the love tonight. We are feeling the love tonight. Bless you. Thank you very much for that. Right, we need to give you a price. Only £7.95 on the Unakite leaves. They are so gorgeous. And actually, it's escaping. The Calla Lily is, again, synonymous with so much. It's a beautiful example of that. And of course, they open out perfectly. There's a lot that I'm sure you'll be able to bring those into in terms of your designs. But you've got so much wire from the kit. As I said, Jem was you obviously had some of the wire remaining. Bring these into all of your designs. They are so pretty. A lovely little shape, very sort of decadent, I think, actually. But they're super. And because the prices tonight have been so brilliant, particularly on the kit, you can add both of those two strands in and add quite difference into your designs for not that much more money. So very well done indeed on those. Flying out, they're super. You get quite a lot on that strand. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 or 14 approximately on there. So very nice. Right, demo. Right, we are going to have a little look. Oh, I can't remember. Oh, don't
We
remind.
were going to have a look at a couple of techniques rather than actual pieces of jewellery.
Yeah, because there was so much in the hour. We were looking through and going, we could do this, we could do that, and it seemed kind of a shame it seemed a shame to miss so many pieces out. So we thought, rather than doing one big demo, we'd look at one or two different techniques that you've used in this.
Absolutely, which you can take away. If you want to make it into a bangle, make it into a bangle. If you want to make it into something else, then go for your life. Just a couple of different ways to play with the wire, and it's a particular joy to work with this bare copper wire. One of the things that you can achieve with bare copper wire, not better but differently, is that you can hammer the absolute living whatnots out of it. and it will spread and it will look amazing. It's just so much fun to get into. So if you want to snip off a couple of different pieces of the wires and have a go with your hammer, you will learn as you are playing, which is great.
Excellent. Couldn't be better. Which one do you want to start with? Do you want to start with the bracelet or?
We'll probably go for the heart bracelet, which is a little bit further over, third bracelet over.
To bring that over so we can have a little bit of a peek. This is so nice. So lovely.
So we're going to look at the very basic technique of rosary linking. Now I'm going to demonstrate with single 8mm rounds of Unakite, but what I've done on a couple of the pieces here is we have is it 4mm and 8mm? And then a 4mm on the other side, and then towards the back of the bracelet, where you would probably wear it on the underside of your wrist, I've reduced that down to a bar of 3 4mm.
Perfect.
So if you wanted to replicate the design in that way, then that's just really for comfort. So that's something to think about.
Yes.
If you're making as gifts or if you're making to sell, it is so nice to be able to know that people are able to carry on with their lives and the jewellery isn't impinging on the daily tasks that they need to undertake.
Course.
That said, if you want to make a big fancy ring that stops somebody from doing anything all day, do it, because they'll love you forever. Oh, I couldn't do the vacuuming because I had my ring
jewellery
on.
got in the way. It's a good one.
I do make big rings sometimes, and it's a great excuse not to do much. So what I have done is just cut a couple of lengths of the 1mm wire, and they're about 2 3/4 inches in length. And what we're going to do is make almost like a little wing. What are those trees that have... Is it sycamores?
Possibly.
Possibly,
like the helicopters that come down.
Yeah, so we're going to make some little funky, or maybe it's
sycamore.
you know, an X-wing fighter from a certain... You never know. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make this section first, and then how we turn that into rosary linking afterwards. So again, it's about 2 3/4 inches, and we're just going to add on into the centre of this length of wire one of the Unakites. Now you can change up the numbers to make it look different. This is also a great way of using up odds and ends. If you have 2 or 3 gemstones left over from several strands, make a really lovely long necklace, and you can sort of rosary link in different wire colours as well. So I'm just going to grip hold of the wire just slightly to one side of the centre. And I'm going to start off by generating a right angle bend, which is just slightly away from that gemstone. So this is in a plane that is going horizontal to the mat. I'm going to switch my grip onto the other side, bearing in mind we want to have about 2mm of space either side of that central gemstone. Now you can see that my right angle is coming out in the horizontal plane, so I want the second wire bend to come upwards in the vertical plane.
Okay.
So one goes up, one goes flat. Doesn't really matter which way that happens, but that's what we're looking to achieve.
Right.
So the next stage of what we want to achieve is to put some little loops on either side. Now if it's not perfectly central, don't worry, because we can trim away the excess. You can always keep your trimmings of bare copper. It looks quite nice, cut up small and put into your resin designs, as long as it's not too pointy and sticking out.
Okay.
And then it's less than delightful. Hashtag just saying.
Fair enough.
So I'm going to work with the right angle bend on the horizontal plane to begin with, and I'm going to come in with my round nose pliers quite close to the tip but not at the very end, and I'm going to start forming a loop all the way around, and that's going to come over the top. Now I want that loop to sit centrally, so I'm just working that ever so slightly, and you can now see that that sits approximately in the middle. So if I wanted to create this as a sealed section, a complete unit, which is what I tend to do, is I go and through halfway of the gemstone, through half the amount that I want to work with, and make them into sealed units. So I'll show you how to do a sealed rosary link. So I'm gripping that circle that we just made, and I'm going to draw the tail of the wire around at least twice. But what I tend to do is, just to make sure that I get an even number of turns, I'm going to flip the design over and put my second loop into position. So coming back in with the round nose pliers, like so, holding that quite close to the end, there we go, and just creating that little coil, drawing the wire, it doesn't matter if it goes over or under at this stage, making sure that sits centrally to that central shaft, which you can play with slightly if that gets slightly out of position. So again, what I'm going to do is grip quite firmly on that round section that we've just created. It's basically a wrapped loop, and I'm going to push the wire around until it's 1.5 turns. So we can see that we've got at least another turn's worth out of both of those pieces of wire. Now you may prefer to preserve the skin of your fingertips by switching to a pair of flat facing pliers to support the loop. So we're going to support the loop here, and then we need to come in with some quite fine pliers. They don't have to be bent tip chain nose, but if they're quite fine, and we're just going to chase that end around a little bit more. Now you can do that by pushing the wire or by squeezing the knot, as it were.
Okay.
So I've now got 2 loops completed on the one side, so I'm going to switch over to the other side again and ensure that the look of the piece is symmetrical. So what I'm going to do here is push that wire around. It's gone a bit feisty, so we just address how we're going to turn it, give that a bit of a squeeze and draw the tail into position until we have a couple of fairly symmetrical knots on either side, or loops if you prefer. So to finish off that completed section, we're going to trim away those 2 end pieces, and I would always thoroughly recommend investing in a good pair of flush cutters.
Yeah.
So we need to get in quite tight as we can. Now I'm going to put my finger over the end of the wire here, and what we're going to achieve by doing that is not pinging Ruth in the eyeball, which is obviously always a good thing when she has to see stuff later.
Funnily enough, I did actually just go.
Did you flinch?
I just closed my eye in preparation.
So we have a slightly raised section of wire just on the end here, and you can just tuck that away neatly by squeezing down. More gently is better.
Yeah.
Doing more small movements than one great big movement and squishing it or destroying what you've worked on so far. So repeat on the other side, just very, very quickly. We're looking to trim away the excess. So get your positioning correctly. We'll support that little section, allow that to drop out of the way, and then squeeze the end until it sits flush. Now, because this is going to be worn on the body, you do want to take care to just turn that wire slightly. I'm going in the direction that the wire ends, and what this does is it takes that bit that we snipped off at the end and it puts a chamfer on the very end of the wire, and that smooths it down, makes it less likely to catch on clothes, scarves, skin or other bits of jewellery.
A chamfer.
Well, it might not be the right technical word.
It's a word I've not
that's
heard
what
before.
We're going for.
It's a new one and I like it. A chamfer.
So if you had a square block,
yeah,
and you took the corner down, you would be chamfering it.
I like it. Every day's a school day.
I hope I've used it in the right context, because some of the stuff that comes out of my mouth, I sometimes wonder, maybe I should have fact-checked.
No, it sounded good. So I'm going to ask you then, when you are doing that, why does it have to be like that? So you've got one going horizontal and one going flat. Why can't you bend them both so you've got a U shape? Why do they have to be at those angles?
The reason I do them 90 degrees to one another is that I have found over the years, and nobody explained this to me when I first started doing this, if you have them set so they're like a bunch of figure of eights, they tend to twist more.
Okay.
And they get caught up, and you'll sometimes see somebody wearing a rosary link and there'll be a right angle in the chain, and it will stress you out and you'll want to go up to them and maybe
Sort
that's just me. But
no, I'm a Virgo, I'm there. Yeah.
I'm not suggesting that it makes it not happen at all, but having them on sort of 90 degrees to one another does reduce that level just slightly. I don't know the reason why. Just does.
No, but that's, and if you see, so that's the end effect, if you like, in terms of your loops, is that they're both not sitting flat to the horizontally. You've got one flat and you've got one on the angle, so that's your end result, that the actual loops are sitting differently.
And if, when you're manufacturing this section, if things go awry and you end up with them both sitting on the same plane, because you're working with a raw copper, you have got a little bit of leeway. You can give that a tweak by 90 degrees, fix that so that they're on 90 degrees to one another, and then hopefully it will sit better.
Perfect.
If you do that over and over again, your wire will go, no mate, and it will give up and everything will fall together. So, fall apart.
No,
it does. It does actually say, no mate. I had some say that to me yesterday on an unrelated matter, but there you go. So that is how to create a sealed loop.
Brilliant.
So if I show you very, very briefly how you would connect onto a sealed loop with an unsealed loop.
Okay.
And I promise this is super simple.
Fine.
So you follow exactly the same process. We're going to come in with the round nose pliers on our little X-Wing fighter, and we're going to generate that little loop over the top and round. I'm not going to be super tidy because obviously it's about learning, not being perfect at the moment. Give that a bit of a squeeze. We're adding a little bit of residual strength, and then before you do the exact same technique we've just done, you take that cut end, post that through, little bit of movement, push that back down, and then you would continue on exactly as you did the first time. So draw the end around and continue as you were before. And I'm not going to finish that off because that will be just repeating exactly what we've done, but that's how you bring the two links together.
Lovely.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Super.
Thank you very much. That's one of our techniques. We're going to do another one. I always make it about we. Our techniques.
Us.
Our techniques. I had nothing to do with it. Before we do that, sorry. Our 240 carats of serpentine.
Envelope.
I don't know now you've said it. An envelope.
Schedule.
Oh, schedule. I'm scheduling. Don't know. Scone. I don't. If you overthink it, I've no idea. No idea. Cabochon or cabochon?
Cabochon.
Making that up. I don't know. It's my posh day, a cabochon. 200 and balcony or balcony. See, it depends how posh you are. 240 carats of serpentine. Oh, these are really, really cute. Look at the colours of these as well. Don't see these very often. See, actually, when you hold them, see, they look. I think they're looking a lot darker actually on screen. They actually are in real life, in the real world. They're actually. You've got some lovely. Yeah, you see, you've got some really nice light coming through on there. You're just not seeing it. Do you know, hold that a second for me, Jem.
Do you know what? I do not think I have seen these before. I was wondering if perhaps you had a torch because I can't find mine.
I don't only have a torch. I have a torch with my name on.
Mine's got a smiley face on it.
Has it? See,
I don't quite know why.
Oh, don't need my torch with my name on there because that's. Oh, hold on, batteries. Is that the other torch? Let's try one with. Let's try one with batteries, shall we?
Woohoo!
Well, I'm just thinking. I don't think this is going to make any difference whatsoever, but
I bet it does.
They're so. Look at that. You see?
It's not just the colour; it's the internal interest.
Exactly, and that's what you weren't seeing. It's all what's going on in between the gemstone. Do you know what? You can make some really lovely pieces to hang at the windows with this gemstone.
I would love that. I would love that so much. Yes. I would have to hold it, but my hands are so awful this week that.
Oh no, not at all.
Probably don't need to see
Have
them.
a little look at this. They're so cool. I don't know what we're getting. I've no idea. We're just having a little.
Have you tweaked the price?
Oh, well, look at that. That's crikey, £8.95.
I know.
They're really fab. They're absolutely beautiful.
They are. They're stunning.
They all have a different tale to tell at the end of the day. But just to show you them, because they were so fabulous. I just thought you're not seeing those in all of their glory. You need to see. They are fantastic. Beautiful. Suzanne says, what I like about Gem's designs are that they are
doable.
I was reading that as double. They are, absolutely. They are. And Kelly also says, you are such a great teacher, Gem.
Oh,
do you know what?
You
really are, because you do take us step by step. A lot of these techniques I'm still learning. Was that a whistle? But you do take, it was a little cheer. You do take us step by step. And it's brilliant for those of us that have never done this before. That it's literally you guide us through every little bit, and there's quite a lot to take in, isn't there? All at the same stage, but you're so clear and concise, and yeah.
I'm passionate about my media, and I want everybody who is afraid of wire work to be able to feel that they have an opportunity to get involved and to make jewellery that is not only giftable but is saleable and wearable for themselves. So thank you.
Yeah, you can tell. Sue said, I pronounce them. See, is it scone, schedule and cabochon, or is it scone, schedule and cabochon? So I don't know.
We do love the lull.
Christine in Malaga. Oh, hi ladies. Can you tell me why the links can't face the same way, please?
I think, is that what I was asking about the...
It was, yes. It just seems to
Yeah,
sit
good question.
better. I don't know the whys and wherefores of it. I go back to some rosary chains I made several years ago, and when I look at how higgledy-piggledy they are, I will go and I'll tweak them so that they sit 90 degrees to each other, and suddenly they just hang better. I genuinely, hand on my heart, I don't know why.
If it works,
it works for me, so hopefully it will work for you.
Yeah,
and if it
fabulous.
means that you don't have to go back and revisit something, then that saves you some time, doesn't it?
Totally. Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic. Right, let's squeeze in the next technique, shall we? Let's have a little look at the... I can't remember.
It's the little bracelet that's nearest to us, but we're just looking at the technique. We're not doing the whole thing. So basically you can create the main section of this with one piece of wire. The length of wire that you will need will depend on how long you want the finished beaded piece to be. So I'm going to work with a short piece, and what I would suggest is the ratio is probably around 1/4 of the length of the wire that you're using will be your finished piece.
Okay.
So if you want to make an 8-inch bracelet, then you would need to count that up by 4 and then add a little bit on the ends so that you can make some wrapped loops. You moved! Stop it! So you can see on the end of the technique here, all I've done is a wrap loop with a little swirl. So you would need to factor in a little extra wire for each end if you wanted to do that. There's a plain one there and an enhanced one there.
Okay.
So about 1/4 of the wire will be the distance that you'll end up with.
Fab.
So I'm going to, I've actually already done it, oh go me.
Operation.
Because let's just be honest, nobody needs to see me trying to thread things onto a bit of wire. Sorry, hon.
That's all right.
So what I'm going to do is just going to put a little bit of a bend in the end here. There we go. And that's just to stop my gemstones falling off for now. So this is the 1/4 that is going to become the length that we're looking to work with. Obviously you would have more gemstones on there. What you also need to factor in is a couple of mil gap between each of those gemstones. So I've got more wire here than I need, but let's say we have counted along and the length between the little loop on the end and where you want to finish your design, we've reached that, okay? So we've got our 1/4. So I'm going to put in a right angle bend at the end, and then I'm going to generate a very simple loop. So just switch to my non-dominant hand. I will use my bail makers because it will be a neater loop. I'm going to use the smallest size, which is about 6.5 mil, I think, and just draw the wire over the top. So if I show that to you there, that's just looped around exactly the same technique as we were using earlier. Can't get my pliers out, that's always good. Now I'm going to switch to overhead view and just grip hold of that loop. You can again give that a bit of a squeeze to generate some extra strength. And I'm going to wrap around once and then twice just to get that nice and firm, and then later on you can add a clasp into this. So this is one end of your bracelet or bangle or pendant or whatever you're going to make is done already. So the first thing I'm going to do is just switch that round so that we've got a 12 o'clock. Pop the first of our gemstone rounds into position, our beautiful unakite, and then I'm going to draw the wire around the side, but instead of going underneath, my wire is coming up over the top of the frame here. You can see we've looped around, it's over the top. Yep. We're going to stay on top of the design. Now I haven't pre-strengthened this wire. It is willing and wanting to make that beautiful half circle all by itself. So I'm going to put my thumb over the top of the bead now to hold that into position, and I'm going to take the tail of the wire all the way around once, so it continues in the exact same direction on the top of the strand. Now you can give that a bit of a help, just squeeze that ever so slightly, and then return it so that it is on the same plane. If I just flip this upright, you'll see the loop is underneath and then our wire is coming up and away on the same plane. That shows it better actually.
Okay.
So we're continuing as if we hadn't circled, but we have circled because that's what holds the design together. So I'm going to slide the next gemstone into position and then just repeat in the opposite direction. So if you want to give that a bit of a smooth, you can just run that between thumb and forefinger, and what you will find is that your skin, the oils in your skin will react with the copper. So if you're using the super shiny one, you might find that by the end of the design it's taken on a little bit of patina anyway. You can make this with the 0.8 or with the 1mm, it's entirely up to you.
Okay.
So I'm just going to do the second one now, which is very, very simple. Put your thumb on top of the design, keeping the wire over and above. And what we're doing is we're creating this lovely zigzag framework. Draw the wire around underneath and then back in the same direction. You can see how beautiful and smooth and shiny and lustrous that wire is. It is absolutely beautiful. So if I just do those last two very, very quickly, all the way around the outside, you're creating a half circle, grip the gem around, back to the beginning, recondition your wire, pop the gemstone into position, hold the gem, draw that around and around a couple of times to seal at the far end. Now, one of the variations with this technique is when you get to the other end, if you factor in additional wire, you can go back the other way and create an almost encircled look. And it looks like what you have done is to create a chain and put a gemstone inside the chain. So that's a different look altogether. But we've got a little bit of residue there, so you would just do exactly the same as you did at the far end, and that's just to create a little wrap loop there. So that in and of itself will make a nice pendant. It's slightly different to the design we did in the first kit. And if you were to use that on the opposite side, it's a different look as well.
It's beautiful.
It's fun.
It's really, I'm
really nice to make.
actually going to give that a go.
I'd love to see it when you've done it.
I will do. I will do. That's fantastic. And again, your final finish is so professional, so beautiful.
Oh, bless you. Thank you,
It
darling.
is. That's. We're all going to try that. Should we all give that a go? Yes.
I'd love to see your variations and versions.
Right, there we go. Wall of Fame people on with only. Today's entry is from Ruth. Ruth in the middle. She's not allowed in. Get her out. Right, thank you very much, my lovely.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to do some on and gons right now. Am I trotting over? I've got to trot over.
See you in a bit.
See you in a bit, my lovely. Thank you very much for those. Wonderful. So just to recap on the Unikite there, £3.95. Oh, I've pressed something on my screen there. Oh, that's all right. We don't need that. We don't need that. So £3.95 on the Unikite. So yeah, definitely get those. Right, we're on a roll. Let's see how much we can get in for you right now. These, yeah, really, really beautiful. Oh, gorgeous. Right, sky blue apatite. These are stunning. Absolutely stunning. 26 carats of sky blue apatite. Wowee, they are on fire. They're glorious. £8.95. Wonderful. 2x1 to 5x2. You've got some big sizes on the sky blue. They are adorable. Wonderful colour. Really bright, really attractive, really quite stunning actually. And yeah, just grab as much as you can in the next 20 minutes, quite frankly. These are kind of going to be on and gones. Get brilliant, brilliant prices straight away. But some of these we're literally down to the final few. So not very long remaining, about 15 minutes actually. So £8.95, that glassy sort of personality within the gem. They're so clear, like literally like water droplets of gemstones right the way through. And if we looked at, look at that, that's really glowing on the hand. These are a bit fabulous. I like these.
They are fabulous. They're glacial almost.
Totally. They absolutely are. If you've ever been lucky enough to go, or you've seen a photograph of a glacier and you look down, it's that piercing blue. It's like untrodden snow, isn't it? Very, very lovely indeed. They're gorgeous. Well done. Flying out at £8.95. Not surprisingly. Wonderful. Right, only have 5 of these remaining. So lovely. Do you remember earlier on we had that amazing Tanzanite, that pendant? Well, that was incredible value for money. This is stunning. 9 to 5 sterling silver with a wonderful Tanzanite Marquise cabochon in the centre at a price which you might take offence at because it's so affordable. But look at that silverware. Look at the detail. To get that kind of a professional finish yourself, in the nicest possible way, even if you're, one of our incredible designers, you're one of the best sort of silversmiths, why bother when you can buy it like that for £10.95? Why go to the time and the expense of doing it? Because it's ready-made, it's ready done, and you can do what you want with that. Again, it would work beautifully as a pair of earrings if you want to grab 2 of them. Obviously, as a pendant or to drop down, you could still make an incredibly elaborate design, or there's no reason why you couldn't still work that into a ring if you wanted to, because you're all super clever and talented, I think that would be pretty lovely as a ring. You could even just snip off the loop at the top if you wanted to, couldn't you? Gem's just working up in the programme with this on. It's really nice, isn't it?
That is amazing. That's like the ring of royalty.
It is, absolutely.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Look at that. And a Tanzanite as well. That's the thing, 2.8 carat Tanzanite, 3 left. Yeah, obviously, always going to fly. Really lucky if you've got that. Really lucky. They're incredibly beautiful. And well done, Kay, congratulations. I think you've got 1 left, so very well done indeed on that one. Fantastic. Right, diving into, oh, these are lovely. Kunzite, fabulous gemstone. Even the name straight away. We've got the last 4 of these. Straight away, these are gonna be flying. Great colour, but Kunzite is synonymous with Tiffany, with G.F. Kunz, obviously, Tiffany's chief gemologist. The gemstone was named after him. It doesn't get better than that. I'm dying for the day we see Ruthite. But 140 carats of Kunzite. So I've got to find the gem first. $17.95. The colour is fabulous. It's quite an opaque pink, actually. But you can see again, it gives you so much in terms of that beautiful glow from within the gemstone. Kunzite is a fantastic gemstone, and at $17.95, you've got a lot of them. They're 7mm rounds on a 38cm strand. Grab hold of them. These on and gones are treats. These are treasures. These are real opportunities, and very beautiful. If you want to really go all out on that, you could really pink that up and add some more different shades in, or you could go totally against the grain on that one. But so lovely. These would be nice to actually try that design that Gem's just showed us, the technique with the wire. They'd be lovely to work with. I'm so giving that a go. £17.95. Have a go, because they would look so beautiful. Imagine that on sort of that bangle design bracelet. Oh my word, love it. £17.95. Congratulations if you're lucky enough to be grabbing hold of that gemstone, because that's a very high-end strand indeed. Very nice indeed. Right, popping that back into box number, where did I get that from? I can't remember. 10. Sorry, I'm rubbish. Wow. Probably one of the brightest, gorgeous green gemstones here. We have green onyx, graduated irregular plain round drops. These are lovely. Do you remember the tiger's eye we had earlier on? Similar vein. But that's a wonderful colour. Beyond it, there's almost a bluey tinge. Now, if they were emeralds, I would have said that they'd be Zambian emerald, because you've got the blue undertone of the gemstone. You can really see it, can't you, that bluey undertone that's coming through. Brilliant price, £2.95. You can barely get a coffee for that if you're going for a large latte. £2.95. Stunning. Exactly. So very well done. Denise, oh, these are flying out. Loads of you there. All right, they're going to disappear super quickly at a price like that. Who's this from? Is this from Jilly? You two are so funny together. Please be on together more. I'd like that.
It's a winner. It's a winner chickpea dinner.
We were quite excited, weren't we?
We were.
When we just, because I was meant to be on the earlier show, and then I did a swap with Zena, and I was like, who am I? Oh, it's Gem. So yeah, it's very, and it has been a while, hasn't it?
It has been ages. I think Atlantic's Day was the last one.
Was it? Oh yes, of course, because the photograph. I've got my got my leopard top, my leopard dress on. That's right, it was. Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll be again soon. So thank you very much for that. I don't know when I'm back with you actually. I don't know when it is yet. So I need to get that sorted. Big time. Wendy, Eileen, Beverly, congratulations. Very well done. £2.95. But thank you. We've had a lovely night tonight. It has, I think it's been one of the quickest evening shows I've done. It's zoomed. It's been easy. It's been easy because it's been good fun, hasn't it? Loved it. I shouldn't say it's been easy, because it's been hard work. We've grafted tonight. We haven't. JewelleryMaker.com. Very well done indeed. Karen said, seconded. Ruth and Gem are a bundle of entertainment. Oh, bless you. We've made Leah cry a few times tonight, haven't we?
Leah has been in the
couple of times. Today. Yeah, she's had at least 4 bouts of crying because we've said things that have been a bit bizarre, a bit wrong. opening line, I think, went a bit wrong for me tonight. Yeah, watch that again on the repeat. You know what I mean. 75 carats. I just carried on talking. I figured it was better. Green onyx. Very beautiful. And that glow is magic. Oh, we'll be watching that on the YouTube clip, having a little look back.
I think I'm going to find some new stills from tonight's show as well.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of bloopers. If ever they want bloopers, they're going to find quite a few in tonight's show. Ruth Linnett, blooper. Very well done, Eileen. Congratulations, Wendy, Janet, Sheila. Yeah, chuck it in your orders, add it to your basket, absolutely. So very, very well done indeed on that one. Beautiful. Right. Now this is fab. I've never ever seen this before. Wow. This is super dynamic. Oh my gosh, right, have a little look. This is really different, really different. Last few of these. Now, look at that, isn't that amazing? It's our peacock freshwater cultured pearl. It's the irregular cross design. It's magical. It's something very different. It does look like a little bird, actually. It does look like a bird in flight, Mike.
Oh, yeah.
That's
like an Arctic
really
tern
cute.
from underneath.
Oh, an Arctic tern. Wow.
Yeah.
See, I picked it up and thought of a dolphin, so maybe I'm not on the right. No dolphins. Oh, look at it that way, though. Almost like a phoenix rising.
Oh, how lovely. Oh, that's beautiful.
Isn't that fantastic? I mean, well, it depends what you see. Actually, see, I said a dolphin. Maybe I meant a shark.
Or a baleen whale.
It's a bit specific for me. But isn't it fabulous? And again, it will be completely up to you in terms of what you do on that one. But that sort of a regular cross sort of design, £2.95. Look at the colours as well. Look at the colours that are coming through. It's really cool. I've never seen anything like that. You've got this lovely sort of silvery blue base. You've got the pinks in there, the greens, £2.95. It's wonderful to have something like that, really irregular on that. That's gorgeous. Leanne said, great show tonight, ladies, and well done to the crew for getting through it. Yeah, Leah, she kind of deserves a badge tonight, though, to be fair, doesn't she? More from me than anything, to be perfectly honest. And you've done a double show. I don't know how you've kept it together with us tonight, to be fair. It's all that chocolate cake. Yes. That's what it was. Right, £2.95. Very well done indeed on that one. It's cute, that is. I really like that. Very different. So fantastic work. Add it to your order. So brilliant job on that one. Flying off. Okay. Eeny meeny, let's do some imperial topaz. Let's get regal and royal on this. Perfect for a tiara. If you want to add these on to do your sort of tiara twists, or to add them into a fabulous hair comb, would be absolutely beautiful. This is wonderful. Look at the colours in there. Imperial topaz, it's natural. Most topaz is going to be treated some way, whether it's going to be coated or irradiated. This isn't, probably from one of three particular areas close to Oro Preto, maybe from Capao or Don Bosco, Rodrigo de Silva, but it's the quality and it's the fact that they are natural. 65 carats, some wonderful golds. Looks lovely with sunstone, I think, this particular gemstone. Brings that kind of adventurescence, that twinkle out.
That's a lovely idea.
It works well.
An amazing gemstone. There's a very
Really
good reason it earned its title of imperial, I think.
Yeah, completely. I think I think this is one of the most probably underrated topazes that we have. So lovely. Gorgeous quality, great carat weight, but remember, it is the significance that this is natural that's wonderful. And maybe you got the sapphires. Remember the sapphire drops that we had earlier on? They look pretty impressive alongside there as well. But there's a softness and elegance, almost a slightly pinky orange in there, but beautiful display of natural wonder for £15.95. An ancient gem, an imperial gemstone of 65 carats, and that wonderful gradient again in terms of size from the smaller pear drops right the way through. Imagine that as a floral design, and then you've got the stamen of the flower in there as well. Looking delicious. Add it to your order, pop it onto your order if you bought with us today. One set of P&P, make the most of it. Definitely get an authenticity card with this strand as well at 25p, because they are natural imperial topaz, and you will want to shout about that, and you should shout about that, quite frankly. So 65 carats of gorgeousness heading your way, hopefully, if you are picking up one of these strands or one of these pieces tonight in the last few minutes. Literally, they are going to be on and gone. I have to do this because I keep picking up this strand all night tonight. Just imagine your strand of champagne pearls, which were so ridiculously affordable, with a drop, even just one, even just pick out maybe, let's just for the sake of I don't know what. Pick out that imperial topaz as a gorgeous drop from your champagne pearl necklace. Delicious.
That's idyllic. Such a beautiful combination.
Aren't they? They work so well together. And of course you don't just need to hang that on as a drop. You could wire wrap, you could make something absolutely fabulous to almost lie it on a bed. But they are just stunning. 30 or so of those in baskets, check them out. They are magnificent. And to get pearls for to get a pearl for £5.95. Have you paid £5.95 on your high street for a pair of pearl earrings, regardless of shape, form or colour? Yeah, exactly. You've got a whole strand there, and they are real, genuine pearls. So it's pretty bonkers when you consider that, and they're such a good size and such a great shape in there. Beautiful. 35 in baskets. Check them out. Check them out now. Not very long. Helen, well done. Sandra in Leicestershire, fellow Leicestershire lady like myself. Sharon in Yorkshire. Anne, well done. Congratulations. Keep adding those, because they are some of the most sumptuous. And if you've got the wire from the kit that we've just had in this hour, and you've got that sort of exposed colour, they're going to look amazing. Oh yes, thank you, John. Well, I mean, you could have the champagne in there as well, but look at those. Oh, they're fantastic. I really like those. Really like those. They are wonderful. Congratulations on those. Beautiful. Popping my champagne pearls back on there. Popping my imperial topaz in there as well. And of course, if you did want to add in, remember that fantastic strand, the top drilled strand of Unakite, then your details are on your screen there as well. Let me bring your wire back, Jem.
Thank you, Treacle.
Thank you, my lovely. There we are, gorgeous. Jen was very excited when we came in today. She went, what are you wearing? Have you got your flats on? I went, yeah, I've got my flats. Good, because normally I have to wear my heels. Oh, hello. And it's the ghost. So yeah, we both got our flatties on today. But,
we have. I normally wear a couple of inches of heels just to kind of lift a little bit, but not today.
No, it's all about comfort today, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Have you had a lovely time?
I've had a great time, thank you very much. Have you?
Yeah, it's been ace. It's been really good fun again. It's been very nice to work with you. It's
giggles, haven't we?
Far too long. We've had far too many giggles. It's been gorgeous. I hope you've enjoyed the show this evening. I'm sure you have. We could just rise and fall. I'm sure you've had a good giggle, and hopefully you've learned some lovely things as well from our very talented Gem. If you have got the Unakite, I know a few people have been asking about that because it's brand new. It is the top drilled. People are still asking about that. I'm not surprised at £3.95, quite frankly. If you've got any of the kits this evening, huge congratulations. Give them a go. I'm going to give that bracelet a go, and I will send you a photograph.
Please do.
I will. Thank you so much. When are you back with us?
I'm back on the 6th of October on the late, I think with Z.
Fantastic. I don't know when I'm back with you. I need to sort out some dates, but hopefully I will be. I'm sure. Until then, take care. Have a very good rest of your evening. Sleep nicely in your beds and join us again tomorrow. But from myself and Jem and all the crew here tonight at JM, take care, lots of love, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Buying from Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When we bring an item to you, all the graphics come on screen, and this gives you all the information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So, when you see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number, and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, you can join us at www.jewellerymaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, the one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Did you know that when